the hard part.
They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players.
That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps.
Pushing them farther than ever before.
We've got our eyes and ears on all of it.
Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard. You see two iconic treats blending together in a mesmerizing swirl of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, Cool Mint, and world-famous DQ Soft Serve. You smile the biggest smile you've ever smiled. It's a double smile because your two favorites, DQ and Girl Scout Thin Mints, are together in one delicious treat. And the only reason you stop smiling is so you can start eating. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard, exclusively at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. Preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. Or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
We're on a mission to connect every Arizona service member, veteran, and their families to the support and resources they deserve. If you or someone you know needs assistance with benefits, health care and wellness, employment, or housing, visit connectveterans.org or call 866-4AZ-VETS right now to learn more. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Coalition for Military Families, the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, and Arizona's Be Connected partners.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
and K240 Rollins Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Monday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. Are you new with the controls there, Phil?
I went a little low.
What happened?
A little low.
What happened in there?
How low can you go?
I went too low is where
we're all broadcasting in the Harman Solar studio here in Scottsdale. Phil is putting his job in jeopardy into the Harman Solar control room. So...
I touched the tiki bar with my
pelvis. Bar. What? Excuse me?
Pelvis.
Yeah, you know, how low can you go?
The
and
tiki
you're doing
bar?
Yeah, let's make a new rule here that the word pelvis never comes out of his mouth.
That sounds like something that's on the strip in Honolulu.
Oh, something was stripping.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Namely my pelvis.
I see how it's going to get started today.
Yes. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. He's trying to distract us from another great LA, beatdown. That's right. The Phoenix Suns took down the mighty Clippers.
Mighty Clippers.
Yeah.
You don't even believe the old coming out of your mouth.
No, but I'll tell you what, they are. This is going to be tougher than you guys think.
They're a feisty bunch.
People want to talk about a sweep. There ain't going to be no damn sweep. That was a damn good game. I watched a damn good game, and it was close. And as I was watching, I was thinking, either team could go on a little bit of a run and it ends that way.
Yeah, and it was good to see the Suns come out. It was good to see Devin Booker step up in CP3's absence, and the team really played very well. It seems like they didn't lose a step. I didn't feel like they were rusty at all. So good on them, and I'm glad I was wrong about the long layoff. So let's hope CP3 comes back very soon.
Well, the long layoff worked out pretty nicely for everybody except Chris Paul didn't show up because of COVID stuff.
Yeah.
But listen, they played great. They played with intensity. And I got to tell you, every time DeAndre Ayton gets mic'd up, I like him more and more. It's just so funny because you see him out there and he's playing. And when they shoot the shots at the bench, he's not talking. I kind of got the idea that he was just this quiet, nice, gentle giant of a man. And that was part of the reason I would call into question sometimes his intensity. Now, I still call into question some of his intensity in moments in a game. And maybe that's just me watching from the outside. Him on the inside might be saying, well, I'm being a little more deliberate. I'm trying to be careful. I can't be fouling out and I can't be making dumb mistakes. But still, there are times where I'd like to see, from the level of intensity, here the Shaquille O'Neal intensity, and then on the other end, Ben Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's somewhere in between there, closer to Shaquille O'Neal, nowhere near Ben Simmons. That is the intensity I'd like to see from DeAndre Ayton. But boy, every time you hear him mic'd up and having fun out there, I'm just like, I think I misjudged that guy too. I thought he was just this quiet, sort of just super nice guy who just was going to underperform, not be intense. But no, he's a court leader too.
I saw something on Twitter this morning as I was having my morning cup of Joe, and I saw somebody tweeted out and said, y'all remember when DeAndre Ayton wouldn't dunk the ball?
Right.
And then the response was, yeah, me either. So it sounds like everybody is happy with his progress, happy with the way he's starting to mature in his role.
There's more room to grow. There's
definitely.
Still more moments where I was just like, come on, man, get in there. Yeah. But again, I'm not down there. So maybe he sees something I don't, and he's being more intelligent about the way he's playing. We'd love to see every time he gets the ball a windmill dunk.
Yeah, unlike Ben Simmons last night.
What
in
the
that
hell
game
was
7.
that?
But I'm sure we'll talk about that later. But,
I feel bad for that guy.
Well, has he got the yips? Does he feel like he can't dunk a basketball? Or?
Oh no.
The word he said was he thought a guy was running up behind him, and he thought, well, if I were going to dunk it, it was probably going to get blocked. So he says, I did what I thought was the smarter thing, hand it off to somebody else who maybe had a better angle or view on it. Yeah, it sounds like a whole lot of BS to me. There was no clear lane that was before him to just go up. He's 6'10". He didn't even have to dunk. He could just went
6'10", 240. So he's a grown man. It's not like he's 6'10", 170. He's 6'10", 240. He can go in there with authority and flush the ball. But, it was a good run for him in Philadelphia.
Yep.
We wish him nothing.
The process is a failure.
That is giving him a pat on his ass.
Did you hear Doc Rivers last night?
Yeah,
I can't answer that question. Well, I got a translation for you. He's not going to be back here.
Well, the other part of that is Doc Rivers might not be back there. This is still just him not doing what he needs to do in those playoffs.
Well,
and I'm sure that's occurring to some people.
I could see some of this, but look, they were in this game. They were in this game right up till the to the end there when Ben Simmons just had a mind fart and didn't go in with authority.
It was not a mind fart. It was a series fart because he had been playing horribly the entire series. Couple points here, couple points there. And I'm talking about DeAndre Ayton's intensity. I should shut my damn mouth and remember that there's a Ben Simmons out there in the world that the world said, trust the process. Oh, my God. What have they done?
Well, the horrific thing about Ben Simmons' game is that I more so than him just not being able to make a dunk, Randy, I think that he was more so worried that somebody was going to foul the ball out of his hands and then he'd have to go up and make 2 free throws.
Because he can't shoot.
Because he can't shoot them. He can't shoot in general. It's not like we should relegate that to just free throws. He can't shoot from distance. He's like Giannis, but worse because he's also acting as a point forward.
Yeah, my question is, what the hell is he doing on the floor? What is he doing out there?
Him and Joel just don't mix. We've seen this multiple times where between Joel clogging up the lane and Ben Simmons not being able to shoot from distance, what they each need is shooters outside to space the floor for them, and they aren't getting that with each other.
Well, guess what they're going to get this offseason?
A break. a
break, and they're going to get some new personnel to help them out.
Something they've been saying every year since Ben Simmons existed. All we got to do this, all we got to do that. Doc Rivers came out and said, well, here's what we're going to do and work on. First off, you might not be there. Second off, if he is still there, there's big trouble there in that city. So, hey, that's not our problem. We got to win. And we're already in the Western Conference Finals. So, the game for
got a head start.
The Hawks and the Bucks. It's tomorrow. It's not today, right?
It's
tomorrow.
not today. They get a day. The Hawks get a day.
Yeah. The Suns. Wait. So who's playing today?
Nobody's playing today.
So here's what happens: Suns play tomorrow, and then the Bucks and the Hawks play Wednesday.
I believe that's correct.
That's the only way it can work because today's Monday. And if you told me nobody's playing today, listen, I know a lot of things, and calendars are one of them.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. See, today's Monday means tomorrow's Tuesday. The day after that's Wednesday.
What was yesterday's date?
You can't even at me on that. So yesterday was the 20th.
Okay.
Why would you even question me on that?
Oh, you're the.
Now you know.
Now you know. The more I know.
Yeah. LL Cool Bean says, regarding the Diamondbacks, can we get hashtag sell the team Kendrick trending, please?
Boy. No.
Oof.
Well,
I mean, you can't.
Most
really
people can't
push
spell
back on him
Kendrick
too much here.
It's not him as much as it's this team is just horrible. And Mike Hazen, there was an interview recently with him, and he was just absolutely beside himself, upset at this team's lack of production. But like I said earlier, and I said last week on this show, this team on paper is great. They're a paper lion, but when you get them on the field in between the chalk lines, it's a whole different story. And when they score 8 runs, by the way, they can't get pitching to hold the other team below 9 runs. So they're damned if they do, and they're damned if they don't. They have nothing to offer this year.
Definitely damned this year. But let's come back to the Phoenix Suns. Let's take a moment and be happy about all that. A lot of people on the text line are pretty happy. 888-368-1580. SOL says, wow, the Suns. Wow.
Yeah, just wow, man.
Didn't I thought I tweeted that. Didn't I tweet that?
Wow.
I thought I tweeted that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This is great to see. Pins and needles waiting to see if Chris Paul would play on Sunday. He doesn't play Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking, their guy isn't in there either. So this could be pretty good. And I was right. It was pretty good there. But I was surprised at how damn good it was. So I don't know what happens next game without Chris Paul. I don't know what happens in this series without. I think we're going to win it. But it was really great to see. You hope that's what it's going to be, and then it is what it was.
Yeah,
and it was very happy about it.
Come on, guys. If the Suns lose this series, it's because they lost it more than the Clippers overwhelmed and overcame some great obstacles. The Suns will win this
hold
series.
on, Phil. The first round, Clippers down 2 games, they come back and win the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
The next series, Clippers down 2, they come back, win the whole damn thing. So how comfortable are we going to be with a 2-0 lead over the Clippers when we go back to the Staples Center coming up on Thursday?
Extremely confident.
Look, I mean, this game was pretty close all the way through. If you look at the box score, it was tied after 1, and then it was 36-33 in the second
quarter. Yeah,
and then with just a few seconds left in the fourth quarter, it was anybody's ball game. The only thing that saved the Phoenix Suns here, that showed that they were a more superior team in this game, was the fact that they had multiple people, and I'm talking, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that got on the floor and played significant minutes and had significant points and or rebounds and assists to help this team as a team effort to win this game.
This team has stepped up and played the kind of defense that we were just sort of musing about earlier in the season and in years past. And the conversations that we'd had in the past saying, first team that steps up and actually plays some substantive defense is going to start winning some stuff. That is the Phoenix Suns right now. And, there's other teams that are doing that as well. The Clippers played some pretty good defense last night. But back to this. So the Suns played that kind of defense, and you notice that the Chris Paul unselfishness was in play when Devin Booker just did his Chris Paul impersonation. People said, wow, he looks like Kobe out there. I was like, no, he looks like Chris Paul out there, shooting like Kobe. And so between the defense and their ability to still put up 120 points when one of their star players has got the vid, holy crap. I tell you what, no matter what happens from this point forward in the playoffs, in the finals, in anything, this is a team that has grown past the need of a Chris Paul. I mean, I still think they should have a star a player come in free agency if Chris Paul leaves. Well, look what they've been able to do without
Well,
him.
and Devin Booker, he's coming into his own as a legitimate superstar in the
that
NBA.
Stretch where he made 4 straight buckets, just boom, 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 happy as you can be.
Couldn't miss, wasn't even worried about it.
But you're exactly right, though, Jeffrey. He did have sort of an air of CP3 and or the Black Mamba. When he was charging the basket, he was looking around at the defenders, kind of zigzagging. I saw this on a couple of different occasions. Then he stopped and did that little floater. That's totally Kobe, and that's totally CP3, and that's where he got it from. And he'll be the first to admit it. That's where he got that sort of shot from, and good for him. That means he's a coachable guy. And listen, the other thing is for the Phoenix Suns, I've been harping on this all season long. It's when you get to the charity stripe and they're going to give you points, 100%, 9 of 9 from the charity stripe. Thank you very much. You are welcome out there, Phoenix Suns. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, all the way around, you got to be happy. And also seeing James Jones win the GM of the Year award.
How about that?
That was great. That was fun. Part of the audio that I got to see DeAndre Ayton responding to. But yeah, 2 years as a GM of the Suns, and he's already winning that awards. Yeah. Coach Monty should have won awards as well. But
you're damn right.
I'll tell you what, this is no matter what happens, this is still going to go down as a great year. Nobody's going to be mad about what happens. I think they can beat these Clippers. I really do. I'm not as confident as Phil is trying to sound over there, but he also would like to see us jinx ourselves.
No,
because he's an LA fan.
No. Wow. If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that the Clippers deserve to rot in the basement. And so I'm rooting for the Suns here. There's no doubt in anybody's mind that the Clippers, as valiantly as they played against the Utah Jazz, the Suns got the better end of the deal. The Suns are going to win this series. Do you want it in 5? Do you want it in 6? Do you want to make it a little competitive so that way you don't have too long of a layoff for the NBA Finals against I don't even know the Bucks probably.
I'd like a sweep, please. I'm okay with a sweep.
Yeah, Suns and 4 guy. Come on out to LA.
Seriously, and listen, all you idiots out there, if you're listening, you're an idiot if you're starting fights thinking that you're going to get to be Devin Booker's best friend. Devin Booker reached out to Suns and 4 guy. Now, keep in mind, that guy, now there's some controversy on whether or not he did start some of that mess. But when Devin Booker went out and supported that guy saying, hey, buddy, here's some tickets. Here's this. Hey, good for you. Now everybody wants to start a fight with a Clippers fan. And then we had a big brawl in one of the walkways between a bunch of Suns fans and some Clipper fans. Granted, Clipper guy did swing first, so he did bring that on himself. But yeah, this is not a good look and makes Phoenix look bad. So if you're thinking, I'm going to be Devin Booker's best friend if I fight somebody, oh, please just stay home and watch at home because you're making Arizona look bad. There's 2 things that make Arizona look bad. 1, you fighting, thinking you're going to get to be Devin Booker's best friend. 2, every broadcast where some sporting event takes place in Phoenix, it's those damn shots of the cactus. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Every time something happens, golf, basketball, football, you name it, there's a sweeping shot across the desert of cactus or a still shot of cactus. Holy crap, people. All right, we get it. It's Arizona, but try to be a little more creative in your shots. Okay.
Well, I mean, TPC Scottsdale is a desert course after all. You would expect to see something other than cactus.
Show me the damn golf course.
Well, they do. I think
don't isolate a cactus.
They do a great.
We get it.
Great job.
Our burden to bear.
Oh,
yeah. Do you want him to show a bunch of people out in a line tanning like sausage weenies?
Well, we don't do that here, anyways. That's something that happens in LA, not here. We don't. We don't go to
the same places that I do.
We don't go to New Orleans when the Saints play and you show a bunch of there's too many jokes there.
Too many jokes that I
was like Florida and you get North. You get the 888-368-1580.
They don't show alligators when they go. Wait a minute. Yeah, they do.
Screaming Eagle says, Suns win. Third quarter seemed to be more Clippers than Suns. Boy, could have used CP3 in the last few minutes of that fourth quarter.
Well, I don't know. I think we were fine.
Well, but it felt that way, but really it was only 39-36 Clippers in that third quarter. But I know what you're saying. It felt that way. Any clue to when Chris Paul will get clearance from the NBA? I don't wish ill on any athlete, but I'm okay if Kawhi stays off the court for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I've been looking here all day, and the only thing I can find is Chris Paul symptom-free, hopeful for return soon. Yeah, that's all they'll tell you.
They called him immediately after the win. They're walking down the tunnel. Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton have him on FaceTime.
I saw that. I figured that's who he was talking. Either that or one of the Kardashians.
Yeah, it could have very easily been, hey, put your sister on the line.
It's probably yeah. He's like, listen, you're not my mother-in-law yet. Can I please talk to your daughter?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they were all talking on the line. Very good. Shows again team chemistry through and through after a win, saying, "Hey, how many assists did you get there, CP? Did you get 15? Your standard 15?" And they're giving him a little bit of a rug here. But look, they love each other, and it shows on the court. And they didn't miss him too much last night. They got the win in spite of him not being there. And I don't.
You didn't watch the game, did you?
Yes, I did,
because it was on yesterday afternoon. It wasn't on last night.
Well,
did you DVR it and watched it later?
Oh, I did, yes.
See, he told you didn't watch the game.
It
didn't happen at night. It didn't happen at night, Phil. I had to get up 12:30 in the afternoon for it.
Father's Day.
That's
you
right.
Poor soul. You weren't doing anything.
I had to get up.
I had to get up at the slap of noon.
Yeah. What the hell? Last night. What's wrong with you? 888-368-1580. I've got a lot of text sitting here on the text line. Let me clear through a few of them before we go to break. Bruno Baller says, I heard the Tiki Bar has a great happy hour.
It does.
Berg says, go Suns. Mr. Pringle says, I watched a replay of Cardinals versus Bills on the NFL Network today. They edit the game for time. And of course, Kyler Murray was playing quarterback for the Cardinals. For those reasons, it was a shortened game. Oh, Pringle. Why? Why would you go there on a Monday? It's unprovoked. Charlie Boy says, hey guys, yep, Suns again. Randy, give me the usual little soda pop there for Mr. Charlie Boy. Please and thank you. Kyle G says, Ayton got the memo about dunks, and the Suns had the most assists of any of their postseason games so far. That was a great game to watch. Mr. Wilbur says, Randy, the other day when I jokingly said that the Diamondbacks would finish 20-142, I was kind of joking.
Yeah.
Right now they are 26-53.
Mm-hmm.
It's a travesty. Sorry. There was Bruce Jacobs Schmutz on the screen here. They're 20-53.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to get that cleaned. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. Preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. Or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase.
The NFL draft is over.
The teams have made their picks and reshaped their teams. Now comes the hard part.
They've got to turn these rookies into NFL players.
That means OTAs, training them, testing them, training camps.
Pushing them farther than ever before.
We've got our eyes and ears on all of it.
Listen to the latest on your exclusive home for the NFL.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I just had a pretty evil idea just now. Yeah, Bruce Jacobs uses this computer right here. Uses this computer right here a lot.
Yeah, I know. You put my face about 1,000 times on there. It scared him to death.
Yeah, that was one thing. I put a tile of Randy's face on there. Then after that, and then Fed fans dog when it came back from the vet was all stoned out of it.
That was from you? I thought that was one of Bruce's dogs.
No, that's Fed fans dog. I put that up there just so you can see that. So now I'm thinking it's like, well, if he's on this computer a lot, I'm going to start to look up everything to do with Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. I'm going to all these Democratic causes. I'm just going to sit there and just do like searches for hours so that as he's going through, he's just like, what the hell?
That is mean-spirited, Jeffco.
What the hell? I figured I'd just have some fun with that. So I don't even know where to look for that kind of stuff because I don't care about politics one way or the other. But so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to find his email address and I'm going to sign him up for a whole lot of stuff.
Oh boy.
Fundraising stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I have evil ideas. I have evil thoughts. I can't help myself.
Evil Jeffco.
888-368-1580. So let's get caught up on the text line. We have a lot to talk about today. Baker's Cocky Hen says, those 40-1 odds the Suns started the year with look pretty good now, don't they? Why did we have to wait to legalize gambling? I had to put a minimum of $100 out there. Like I got a $4,000 payout if I'd done that. Now, Suns, 2.5-1. So it's not even as good. Yeah, I would have joined you on that, Baker's Cocky Hens. Listen, I'll make a bet, whether I believe in it or not, as long as there's some plausibility to it. Remember that time I bet that the Sun Devils would do something? I can't remember what it was, but I put that money on there. I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah. And they didn't do it, but you felt good about it.
Yeah, because it was only $10.
Right.
Even if it had been $100 in the Suns, I still would have felt good, and I'd feel a lot better about it now. So absolutely right, Baker's Cocky Hens. LL Cool Bean says the Clippers' three-point line prowess may be a challenge for the Suns. I don't think so, because I think that the defense that the Suns are putting up, we saw quite a few bricks coming out of the Clippers.
Well, and not only that, the Suns outshot them field goals, outshot them by 10%. I mean, the Clips only had 45.5%. The Suns had 55 and almost 55 and 2/10. So 3-point line, they were very close.
Yeah, but Marcus Morris had a horrendous night from three.
That's true.
He will win you a game in a series.
Be that as it may, they took 47 shots, only sunk 20 3-pointers. That's 42%. Suns almost beat them there too. I don't.
It ain't gonna be easy, guys.
You're not going to get much of a fight out of me with. I have no faith whatsoever in the Clippers. You're going to maybe get a game out of them. Maybe if Kawhi returns, you might get two. Whoopee.
No, I'm not ready to be that cocky about this. I saw a Clippers team that was playing great. They were absolutely tied in the first quarter. They were tied going into the fourth quarter. This is a team that went back and forth with the Suns. And then, as much as Morris had a bad game, there were other people dropping great shots and threes. They were being more consistent, getting up into the paint, and they were being more consistent on getting the offensive rebounds. There was a lot of consistency with the Clippers that should give the Suns concern, which means you got to play perfect or better than them, and because they're playing really tight ball too.
Well,
you may look at the score and say, well, they're beaten by 6 points. It ain't nothing.
Well, I know Kawhi Leonard's out. And okay, Kawhi Leonard, elite basketball player in the NBA, but they brought in Rajon Rondo. Has he been on the Clips team the whole season?
Yeah, he has, but he didn't play, I believe, in their first two series really at all.
And this is the thing about Rajon Rondo. He comes to life in the playoffs. So that's a scary thing right there the Clippers have that I don't particularly like. We just need to get CP3 back soon.
All right, so let's just say that we got to get CP3 back. You got to get Kawhi back, and then now you have a game. All right, so who's better, the Suns or the Clippers?
Well,
the full set of Suns or the full set of Clippers?
I think right now the Phoenix Suns are the better
Don't
team.
give me right now. I'm saying period. If you get CP3 back and they get Kawhi back, which team is actually better? Clippers.
Well, you think the Clippers are better? Why?
Absolutely.
So Kawhi is more of a factor than CP3.
Kawhi Leonard was playing some of the best ball of his life, which with his career and resume is
you mean in
actually
what,
saying
Toronto
something.
or?
No, I'm saying in LA. This particular postseason, he was playing some of the best postseason play that he's ever put forth on tape. He has been tremendous. He had a case to be made, but with him and Kevin Durant only losing because he lost in the second round. But Kawhi Leonard had a case to make that he was the postseason player thus far. If they were in hockey, he would be winning the MVP of the postseason right now. So with him being out and him having that stellar play gone for them, it's such a blow. It's such a tremendous blow for them. It's a death knell. But when we look at how, if he was healthy and on the court for them, it's not even a question.
I have a question.
Yes,
Randy White, 15.
But I just said it's not a question.
Yeah, it's a blue shirt. Yes.
Is a death nail like a toenail?
Oh my God. Oh, you're serious. No, it's not. It's not at all. Sorry. 888-368-1580. So I disagree with you though, Phil. I'm going to say the Suns are still the better team because of the following reasons. Now,
then what are you worried about?
Well, I'm never going to be as cocky as you, Mr. The Lakers are going to run the table on the Suns. I'm looking at a
gentleman
Clippers,
as I think is what he said. Gentlemen,
the Clippers are just pretty damn good team. They really are. But do they have as deep a bench? Do they have, do they have that? I don't know. The chemistry the Suns have developed and are playing with right now is just bizarrely good.
When I look at the scoring lines up and down the stat sheet here, to me, Phoenix is a deeper and a more consistent team than the Los Angeles Clippers. You don't know what's going to happen with the Clippers one game to the next. I mean, Paul George had 34 points. Yeah, but Devin Booker had his first triple-double of the season. Then you had Cameron Payne, who almost had a double-double. He had 11 points, 9 assists. You had guys that were stepping up, doing things that nobody on the Clippers was able to do to help out with that giant gaping hole that Kawhi Leonard left.
Well, it's because the depth that they would have had would have been neck and neck with the Phoenix Suns. They're using in place of their injuries.
Well,
Cameron Payne's doing what he's doing because the sheer volume of minutes that he's having to play in lieu of Chris Paul.
I will give you this. Boogie Cousins stepped up at 11 points last night, but that was about it. He only played 13 minutes.
It's just he's a lovable douchebag. That he was mean mugging on that Sark when he what was he dunked on him or something, or he just like looking down at him like, and then when he got in trouble, he's like, I couldn't help it. I still like the guy, even though he was being kind of a jerk to our guys. But then I don't know if he was really being a jerk or not. I don't know. I just
he's a very polarizing player. He's very much like Trae Young, where you either love the heck out of that guy, you love the confidence, you love the aura that he exudes, or you find him to be a douche nozzle.
I kind of find him to be a bit more of a douche nozzle that I enjoy. Let me explain. When the guy is on the ground, and he's just kind of standing over him like, it was so early in the game, and he's like, and I was like, dude, come on, man.
Read the room, read the temperature.
This is a third string guy you're trying to get on a poster for. Get off. And then later on, that guy got him back with the fadeaway, and he got the foul. It's just, I don't know. I enjoy it, but also as a Suns fan, and I'm just like, shut up, man. I can see it both ways with the other thing is we have our own Boogie, who Boogie is named for. So I'm conflicted there too. I don't think he is going to. I don't think he's going to be that big of a factor. He was a factor in the game yesterday, but I don't think he's going to be that big of a factor.
I didn't even think he was that big of a factor. I mean, it was 11 points. That was about it.
Presence.
He was on the floor.
He was there.
Yeah. He got
Thank you, Phil.
4 rebounds and an assist, and he mean mugged a couple of times. Look, that's like these guys in the third inning of a ball game. They had a solo home run, and they flip the bat and they do all. That's the same thing as this mean mugging thing.
Right.
You better wait until it means something before you do all that.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see, but I don't think that he's going to have an amazing. I don't think he'll have an amazing series. But okay, who's coming back first, CP3 or Kawhi?
Oh, CP3. CP3.
Explain to me what's going on with Kawhi Leonard right now.
Kawhi Leonard, the latest that we have on him is still that he's being examined. I'm sure that he's.
How long does that take? Like an hour?
Well, the fact that they were worried and had the idea that he had an ACL sprain. The fact that that's even
it's actual audio from the game where he tore that. Just
Oh God, you guys are horrible.
Well, listen, no, they hate the player. Don't hate the game.
Wow, that sounded painful.
Where's that hate the game? Don't play the.
No, it's hate the game.
Don't play the hater.
It's hate the game, not the player.
Don't play with the hater.
Don't play.
Hate the game.
Don't hate with the player. The game
loves.
Well, do you think I care? Okay, I really don't.
Don't know anymore. 888-368-1580. So what is the soonest that Flat Earth can be back?
Flat Earth? Kawhi Leonard.
No, I'm sorry. That's the other guy.
Yeah, that's Kyrie.
How soon can Kiwi be back?
Kiwi.
He called him
Kiwi.
Kiwi Leonard.
Kiwi's even better.
He's fuzzy.
I would be.
If you cut him in half, he's green. It's odd. It's seeds.
No.
It's weird.
No.
What?
I'd be shocked.
Kiwis do look like little alien testicles, don't they? And you're just like, I'm a scientist. I'm cutting through to see what's in there. Sorry, what were you saying?
Good Lord.
When's Kiwi coming back?
We don't have a defined
When's the
date.
soonest he can come back?
I'd imagine it'd be around game 4 is where we might hear rumblings that he could come back.
Okay. And we still don't know nothing about Chris Paul.
Not a thing.
Well, yeah, but when I was looking up the thing, the news is that they expect him back sooner rather than later. Again,
sure.
He does not have any symptoms. He's asymptomatic, as they call it, and he's already had the shot. He's already had the inoculation. So I think it would just be a matter of a day. He'll probably show up for game 2. To be quite honest with you, that's my gut feeling.
I'd be thrilled because it'd be, listen, if we're looking at history where the Clippers lose 2 games, win a series, lose 2 games, win a series, and they lose 2 games to us, you still have to keep an eye on these guys. So having Chris Paul back to help combat that, maybe get that 3rd game too, I'd sleep better at night. Yeah, that's a lie. I needed some new pillows. And I'm not talking to that My Pillow guy because he looks like an old timey villain from like the train tracks and
or like the Pink
put a
Panther.
hat on that guy. What's that guy's name? The old timey villain looking guy from the Pillow Company.
You're talking about
he's
Mike
crazy
Lindell.
as hell.
Mike Lindell.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, how did we get to talking about him?
Bruce Jacobs.
Oh my God, Bruce Jacobs. What have you done to me? Anyway,
it's once you get the smooge on you,
Yeah.
you just start to become a little more red.
Excuse me?
I cleaned this damn thing the best I could.
What'd you say?
He's got Bruce Jacobs smooge all over him.
Wait a minute. What?
Is that even a word? Smooge?
It is now when it comes to Bruce Jacobs.
Because you're 1 letter away from us getting canceled. That's all I'm going to say. Thundar, the Santa Barbarian, says, hey, guys, it's been a while. Sorry, been busy recently.
Yeah.
I wanted to congratulate the D-backs on a great series this weekend.
Jeez.
Hope my Dodgers get to play them again soon. You know what? You're not going to get nothing out of us. We're pretty disgusted.
Yeah.
So
Don't poke the twig at the dead corpse laying on the side of the road. We're not going to do anything.
What's he
this
want
is
to do
like
with a twig?
Stand By Me and Thundar Santa Barbarian says, you guys want to see a dead body? leave the Diamondbacks alone. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup duo? Hey Phil, Suns are about to run through the second LA team like Happy Gilmore, find a person to follow you and remind you that you're a jackass.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. The guy who played Jaws in the Bond movies, who's yelling out, "You're a jackass!" Yelling out.
Oh,
Remember
that's
that?
right.
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah,
"Hey, Flipper, and now you want to be a Clipper, jackass?
No.
Go Suns."
God, no. God, the Clippers are the one bandwagon I'll never join.
Helaman Mike, I don't know if I can read that out loud, but why would he tan himself there? Specifically there. Why would Phil tan himself there?
You never know who's going to look it.
Ooh.
Sorry, what? No, don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. He says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Hey, world. We got Devin Booker, and you suckers don't. Phil, I recall you saying if the Drippers hit 23s, the Suns could not beat them. In your face, biatches. Did the Clippers hit 23s yesterday?
And when did I say if they...
Yeah, Helaman Mike is very
very out of there. 5.
No, I'm
12,
saying he's very
15,
on fire.
16, 18.
Probably accurate. I don't know.
Yeah, they literally hit 23s.
Oh, in your face, Phil.
Yeah.
You said if they hit 23s, the Suns could not beat them, and yet they hit 23s.
When did I say that?
I know he says you did, and I believe him.
I don't know why. I don't know why I would all innocuously say 23s and they're in. 23s and they win.
Let's see. Kyle G says, Jeffrey, as you clean up Bruce Jacobs' mess there, remember, it could be worse. You could be Dale, and you might have to actually work with him.
Wow.
Schmitty says, I am back.
Hey, Schmitty.
Schmitty says, I've been gone. I've been hitting life by a whole lot of different ways here, but I'm back. And the Suns will win the NBA Finals. The Chargers and Herbert are going to blow up this season. Jeff and Randy, my respect for you two has grown in a completely different way than ever before.
Good heavens.
Hello, Phil. I like you.
Nice to make your acquaintance, Schmitty.
So, but Schmitty just got back from rehab is what we've just
Is that what it is?
It's the only way. It
It's either
sounds
that
like
or
somebody
he's-
making amends.
It's either that or he escaped the home again.
Which part of the 12 steps is this, Schmitty? Because I'm on to you.
I think we're at 6.5.
He says, no. Listen, I've been to hell and back since the last time we've spoke. Hell isn't actually that bad, it turns out. Satan's pretty chill if you just roll a blunt with him and pay that slumlord his rent. Only bad thing about hell is Eric Cohen's constantly trying to pinch your what?
What?
Oh, my God. I can't.
Good Lord.
Okay, Schmitty. All right, with that, yeah, we haven't heard from him since August of 2020. Well, whatever your story, Schmitty, thanks, and good to have you back.
Yeah, man.
Moist One says, put up a picture of Champ Biden on the computer. Rest in peace. Yeah, by the way, Champ Biden was not the dog that was bitey. It's what was it? His Major? They called the kid.
Yeah, Major.
Major Biden is the bitey. Where's that?
We don't know that Champ.
Are you
though,
sure that's his name and that wasn't one of his sons?
Maybe, but we don't know that Champ wasn't.
I
the
might
one-
have that wrong. What is
Major Biden is his son?
I don't know. I don't follow these things. Then I just realized, did I just say because his dead son's name? I don't want to say the wrong person.
Good Lord. It's unconfirmed, though, that Champ is the one who was doo-dooing in the halls.
Oh, okay.
We don't know if he was. The
Well,
culprit
he's
has not
probably
been named.
incontinent, just like, Biden. Large Mart says, hell of a game, boys. DeAndre Ayton's still playing, and that guy was picked after him sitting. Just saying. Hashtag Ayton's Army.
Talking about Trae Young? Who's
No,
still
he's
in the
talking
Eastern
about
Conference
Luka
Finals?
Doncic, who's at home watching.
Donkey Itch and, of course, the MVP, Jock Itch. A lot of itch. Screaming Eagle says, do we have any clue when Chris Paul will get out of jail?
No,
yeah,
I
we don't
mean,
know yet.
Yeah, we've been talking about it this hour. Listen to the podcast. Probably, I venture to. My opinion is by game 2. So I venture to say tomorrow.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we have some other things that started popping up here on the text line. I guess we'll call it breaking news, but it's not. I don't know. It's a few more minutes old than breaking, but it's very interesting stuff. Come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Chances are the technology you work with every day is an afterthought.
Until it isn't working.
Technical problems can throw a wrench in your day, but computer security issues can expose you and your customers to serious risk. Affinity Technology builds custom IT solutions that help small businesses thrive. No system is too complicated.
If it plugs in, we work with it.
Affinity Technology runs Arizona businesses. Contact us today at atechaz.com. That's atechaz.com. Affinity Technology.
Learn how thousands of smart homeowners are investing about $1 to avoid expensive home repair bills. John, a former non-customer, said, "My air conditioner broke and I had to spend $1,900 to fix it." Jeff, a customer, wrote, "My air conditioner broke and I got a new one at no out-of-pocket cost." Mary, a former non-customer, wrote, "My heating system stopped running. I had to spend $3,000 to get a new one." Lisa, a customer, wrote, "My heater stopped working. I got it fixed at no out-of-pocket cost. For about $1 a day, you can have all the major appliances and systems in your home guaranteed fixed or replaced with HSC's home warranty coverage. Call now, and the first month is free. If the lines are busy, please call back.
800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. That's 800-657-5714.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
When you come to the desert, many things can be dangerous, but there's nothing more dangerous than a pit full of rattlers. Arizona Rattlers football is back. Don't miss a second of the action. Become a part of the Ninth Man for a membership of $10 per game for new season ticket members. All fans are welcomed as the Rattlers return at 100% capacity in the newly transformed Phoenix Suns Arena. Call 602-379-8274 today. Don't wait. Arizona Rattlers, strike back.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable, and serving part-time can help you graduate debt-free. Do you want to stay close to friends and family? The Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving part-time in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want. Learn more by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Randy, I see we have a NASCAR race on Saturday this week.
Yep, Saturday and Sunday.
Can you fill me in on what it is?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were making a statement. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah. It is known as the Pocono Doubleheader, and it's a race on Saturday at the Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania.
The Organic 325 is on Saturday.
And then the next day, it is the Pocono race in Pocono,
Yes.
Pennsylvania, at the same track, same cars.
350.
Yeah, and this is something new that NASCAR instituted last season, and they it went so well that they decided to do it again.
So 325 on Saturday, 350 on Sunday.
Yeah, so for a total of 675 miles, one of the biggest tracks on NASCAR circuit and one of the most uniques because it has 3 different straightaways. Yes, you heard me right. It's shaped like a triangle. There's 3 different straightaways, and there's 3 different turns. There's only 3 turns of this track. And each turn is different. One is like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's banked like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, has the same radius as one of those. One is like the Milwaukee Raceway, the old Milwaukee racetrack. And then I can't remember what the third one is right off the top of my pointy head. And another unique feature in Pocono, the grandstands remind you a lot of where they run the Churchill Downs, the Kentucky Derby, where they run the Kentucky Derby, because they've got the steeples out there. It was a very unique racetrack, and it's very big, and it's it's a lot of fun, very fast.
So this is the one where all the rednecks show up with the giant beer helmets. You know, the nice.
It could be.
That
could be, but
just like with the Kentucky.
I don't
Derby.
necessarily know that they're all rednecks.
I'd say they're all work. But
By
if
the
you're
way-
wearing a beer helmet, you are a redneck.
By the way,
You might just be a redneck.
I don't know about that. That's called efficient drinking. By the way, congratulations to the folks in Nashville. They sold out the Nashville Super Speedway for their inaugural Ally 400 race this past weekend, and it was a fun race, and we'll talk about it later on this week on the race setup.
Yep, race setup with Randy White and that Chief Guy on Fridays at 6 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. So, there was something that broke in the news just before we went on air. And I'm looking forward to this not being breaking news. I'm looking forward to this just nobody giving a crap.
All right.
But a bunch of people on the text line have said, thumbs up to Carl Nassib. Did I say Nassib? Carl Nassib. The biggest problem I have with this guy is his name. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, Nassib.
Nassib. I got to remember that.
It's a Nassib deal.
So Carl Nassib, he came out today as gay. He says, "Hey, everybody, guess what? I'm gay." And he says, "I've been meaning to do this for a while, but now I feel comfortable enough to get this off my chest. I have the best life. I got the best family and friends, best job a guy could ask for. I'm a kind of a private person, so I hope you guys know I'm not doing this for attention, but, you know, representation matters." And he also gave $100,000 to the Trevor Project, which is a nonprofit organization that focuses on suicide prevention programs for the LGBT youth. So making him the first now openly gay player to play in the National Football League. Remember, Michael Sam came out, but he didn't really play.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Yeah. He didn't make it. So that's great. That's I think that's brave. It's very cool.
Yes.
And like I say about most things where somebody breaks through, good. Looking forward to that being a non-issue. I'm looking forward to somebody being gay being a non-issue. I'm looking forward to somebody being Black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, being more of a non-issue. I think that it'll be a much better world if, this isn't a big deal no more.
Absolutely. I think that, especially that he's in there, I think it's probably going to take a star of some magnitude in sports, whether it be a Kevin Durant, a Giannis, maybe a LeBron James. If we're looking in football, a Drew Brees, a Peyton Manning, somebody along that.
Did you just say that Drew Brees and Peyton Manning were gay?
I thought I heard that.
Well,
I was
they
just
did.
about to say that.
I think
Are
that
you
they touched each other's balls from time to
Are
time.
you implying that Drew Brees is gay?
I'm not. I have.
Then
I
what
do
are
not
you
have
trying
that
to
source.
say, sir?
I thought
Please
they had
make
their own
yourself clear.
footballs.
I'm just saying that it probably would require somebody of that magnitude to be coming out for it to not anymore be a big deal in the future going forward. But as it stands, this is the first. This is great.
So, yeah, like I've said a million times, as your Southwest Regional Man Card Commissioner, being a man and being manly has 0% to do with anybody's sexuality. It's all about just whether you've decided to be manly. Okay, well, that's how I identify. And, like I've said before, some of the manliest men I've ever known have been gay, and some of the least manly men I've known have been straight. So that has always had 0% to do with anything. Now, that said, there is a topic that could get me in trouble because I'm realizing that I may have an opinion about something that may not be popular.
An opinion about something that may not be popular.
Are we putting it in the confines of being gay?
No. It's gay adjacent. Talking about transgender. There's this transgender weightlifter who is going to compete in some games there on New Zealand's women's team. Now, was a guy, decided to become a gal, and now wants to go be a weightlifter on the gals team. And at first, when I see that, I'm thinking, well, that don't seem fair. That don't seem fair at all. You know,
I'm tracking.
A dude, suddenly now I decided to be a woman. Good for you. That's great. But don't know you should be on the women's team. That doesn't seem like a level playing field. But here's the thing. So that was my first thought when I saw this about Laurel Hubbard, a 43-year-old who transitioned from male to female in 2013. And, when he was competing in weightlifting and then transitioned. And now people are saying, whoa, you can't just do that. But here's something I thought was interesting. I don't know how I feel about it because the Olympic Committee says as long as they're within a certain guideline below testosterone levels, they have to have testosterone levels below a certain level. This Laurel Hubbard, I'm not going to call her she, has met the criteria since 2015. So is that okay? Because had a lot of testosterone to build up that body.
Right.
Not having the testosterone now. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know how I feel about it. And I'm not trying to start a controversy or nothing here, but I kind of feel like if you were born a guy, you shouldn't be competing athletically as if you're a woman. But does the testosterone level dropping make it a level playing field? Or I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it either. This is new territory for me. So
Phil don't want to talk.
I mean,
Suddenly feels
if
like
you're for so many years, if you're lifting as a man and you're building your body as a male participant, and then you decide to change your sexuality, your sex, and you become a female, and that doesn't take away what you've already done as a man to your body, as far as muscle building and strength building and technique and that sort of thing. I don't know that it's. I agree with you. I don't know that it's fair that this person should transmit or transfer to the women's weightlifting class.
I think the word you're looking for is transition.
Transition. There we go.
Man, it's so tricky because on the one hand, you can't tell me that somebody would get their dingleberries and twig removed just to have an advantage in what.
I don't know if his dingleberry or hers. I don't know.
I don't think anybody said that.
No, and I'm not putting that on anybody. So when I'm thinking with that premise in mind, it's saying that since it's a lifestyle choice, since it's going so far and beyond just what the sport is, should we not respect that? But you can inherently go against the science that exists that they did have an unusual advantage that would not be there within the rest of the field at play. So it's a very tricky situation to meander through, especially since we have a history that the person in question has tested below the required testosterone for quite some time now.
6 years so far, but that doesn't mean that the testosterone did not play a vital part in that development, which then gave this person an advantage over others, is what I'm saying.
I'm curious, do we find that somebody like DK Metcalf, who is notorious for having a physique for even when he was young, he had a six-pack since he was like 12. Like he's been,
me too.
Pretty ripped.
Me too.
Yeah, of course, all of us right here.
Shut up, Brandon.
But you could argue that since he had that training, since he had that institution with his father and with his parents to do that, to allow that to happen, he had an unnatural advantage that others didn't. That since he was fostered in that. No, you would say no?
No, I would say no. He grew up as a boy. He's playing in a sport that is exclusively at this point for men to participate in and compete in. Therefore, he didn't have an unnatural advantage. This person, they grew up as a boy and then as a man, and they trained as a man and competed at this level as a man. And now they've transitioned their sexuality to a female. And I think they have, that's to me an unfair advantage.
As a man, when did they transition?
2013. But has met the criteria being below a testosterone level that is required since 2015.
But what I'm asking is, at what age for them?
Well, let's see, 2013, 43 years old now. So that was 8 years ago. So yeah, 35.
It's so tough.
So it is. Listen, there are gray areas on some of this, and all I know is just for my first reaction was that's not cool. Come on, this dude goes out there and it's like, listen, I'll call you a she. You want to change? By God, I salute you and enjoy your life. I do not care. But this now has gotten into a disadvantage. Now, a woman going the other direction, there'd be no advantage. If a woman transitioned and got into athletics, we'd be like, wow, look at her go. That's amazing. Good for her, because she was able to, because that's an uphill climb. This Laurel Hubbard, who's, big old person, trying not to say the wrong thing here, now says, I'm a woman. Okay, well, I believe you. And now you're weightlifting? Even to that person, it has to occur, if I've made that decision, either I compete with the men as a transgender woman, or maybe I step out.
I'm curious, man, there's just so many things. Does she have to take something to purposefully get her testosterone down?
I would imagine.
I would imagine so, right?
I don't have the full background. Laurel Hubbard from New Zealand. I'm more annoyed with that weird accent they have. It's hypnotic. I could listen to it all day, but then I get nothing done.
It's almost Australian.
Yeah. Not really. So whatever. So now I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. And here's the funny thing. It's funny because Billy from Phoenix says, what's Caitlyn Jenner's thoughts? Well, Caitlyn Jenner came out very much against this very thing. I don't need to necessarily agree with that
Men
person.
transitioning to women and then competing as women.
Right. I mean, listen, I don't want anybody to ever use the word woke, but I try to be fair, about things. And that's all I'm trying to do here. I'm considering this. And at my first glance, this is not cool. that Laurel Hubbard is doing this. But then testosterone levels been below a certain level for 6 years. Okay, so that's fine. But you got there as a guy, you know. I don't know. This is one of those things that's very tough. And what I really don't like about the other side of things is my even questioning this has somebody out there ready to cancel my ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, look.
Because I'm just exploring this. Somebody out there is gonna be like, you're just hateful. You just let it be like, oh God, limousine liberals, here they come.
No, I
Good Lord.
No, I think opening and having a healthy discussion on the matter is healthy. It's just that it's a good dialogue that is started by this, and it's something that should be. It's a conversation that should be had, and as long as we're not coming in with prerequisite thoughts or other things, and just saying, hey, you know what, this let's just discuss this and treat this as fairly as possible.
Right. No, now you've noticed I have made no jokes about this.
Yes.
I've been respectful. And you'll also know I've never been discriminatory towards women, anybody of any kind. So this is just me asking a question. I honestly don't know the answer. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard. You see two iconic treats blending together in a mesmerizing swirl of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, Cool Mint, and world-famous DQ Soft Serve. You smile the biggest smile you've ever smiled. It's a double smile because your two favorites, DQ and Girl Scout Thin Mints, are together in one delicious treat. And the only reason you stop smiling is so you can start eating. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard, exclusively at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. Preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. Or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical Weight Loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical Weight Loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan, and you've probably just refinanced into that new low rate. But have you really done the math? Have you really multiplied your monthly mortgage payment times the amount of payments you have left? Ugh. Let that number sink in for a minute. Luckily, there is a better way. Our clients pay off their mortgages in well under 10 years without changing a dime of their spending habit. It's not magic, it's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best, deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. That's 800-628-6070.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time.
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there, push the buttons, and you guys are on the text line, 888-368-1580. I didn't mean to take away from one really cool thing, and that is Carl Nassib coming out and saying, hey, guys, just want to let you know I'm gay. I'm donating money to some LGBT youth organization, and, it's just time for me to say, that's who I am, and here we are. And that's great. That's very brave. And I'm looking forward to that not mattering to anybody. So I don't mean to put a shadow on that. The first focus on that is congratulations to him for coming out. I'm sure that's going to mean an awful lot to an awful lot of kids and an awful lot of people out there on that. So, but then it just sort of, I was already going to talk about this transgender weightlifter in New Zealand who decided, I'm going to be a lady. And that's not my best New Zealand accent. And then became Laurel Hubbard, who is now on the team weightlifting. So I like I said, this is not meant to turn into a thing. I'm not trying to fight with anybody on anything. I'm just saying the Olympic Committee looks at this with testosterone levels. Now I look at this person had a great advantage all of the 35 years of their life where they had the benefit of those testosterone levels. Cutting it off right there does not remove the advantage.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you, Jeffrey. I think we were talking off the air. I think there is a physiological difference, not just the sexual organs of a human being. There's a physiological difference between male and female. And I'm not saying women can't do anything men can do and vice versa. What I'm saying is there's a physiological difference. And because of that, no matter if your testosterone levels are up or down, you still have an advantage. And if you've been doing this for 35 years, you shouldn't be going over to the women's sports. So we were talking about maybe an alternative class.
Well, if you do that, though, let's say you have men's sports, women's sports, LGBT sports, or whatever. Well, that's an exclusion, I feel. And, I get maybe as an option, but not as a mandate, meaning if you were born a man, you should be playing in the man sports. Born a woman, play in the women's sports. Or I guess it's more about advantage. So if a woman wants to play in the man sports, let her, because she has no advantage. In fact, she has to be, exceeding to play with the men.
Yeah, she's got a lot of hurdles to overcome.
Right. But a man playing with the women has what we've already decided is an inherent advantage. So listen, I don't have all the answers. Please know that this is not born of any sort of spite or hate or anything. I think it's kind of one of these things you got to try to wrap your mind around. There's
one last question here. If you're a woman transitioning into a man and you decide to participate in a men's form of sports, are you, and this is a serious question, are you offered some sort of testosterone booster or steroids in order to help level that playing field?
Yeah, they come by the house, Phil. They come by the house. They open this. All right, you're going to need this, and this. All right, sign here, and here, and that'll be $38. What do you even say? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, because what we're saying is in reverse. If you're a man transitioning into a woman, then you have to probably take something that modifies or buzzes your testosterone levels.
Do you? I don't know. But here's the thing. They don't test men for testosterone levels in sports. So why would they test a woman trying to play with the men? So I guess that would not,
because
is that a performance enhancing drug?
Exactly.
But if it's already existent in all the men playing, then it shouldn't be something they don't allow.
But it is in the women's sports because women have used the testosterone as a booster to make them stronger.
Okay. So if you're doing that in men's sports, I'd say there's no problem with that. There shouldn't be, because the men already have that naturally. You're just doing something
to get to the level playing field.
What a mess.
Yeah. The whole thing.
It opens up a whole slice of pie that you just didn't see coming.
But everybody has to okay, let's all be cool about this. No reason to be hateful, no reason to be discriminatory, but let's find something with common sense that makes sense for everybody. All right. I got to be careful reading some of these texts here on the text line. because
You don't say.
I haven't read them yet, but I know you people.
Uh-huh.
Billy from Phoenix says, well, listen, if Caitlyn Jenner says no, then no, leave it at that. Well, it's not that
No,
simple.
she doesn't
Billy.
speak for everybody in
Yeah.
that community.
Baby Got Dak says, hey guys, I just want to say I admire NASA on the Raiders coming out today. First gay person to do that. And also go Suns and shut up, Phil.
Wow.
Yeah,
There you
three
go.
things we can all get behind.
All right.
Large Marge says Flipper is better than Phil Weather, the LA Flipper. By the way, CP3 will be back for game 3, 10-day minimum for the protocol. So, yeah. So I guess he won't be back for game 2.
Well,
He's more likely going to be back for game
A
3.
10-day minimum, that would.
It's only been since last Tuesday. So it's been 6 days.
Huh?
And Large Marge, say what you want about Large Marge.
Yeah.
And I say a lot.
Math.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Large Marge knows math.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know dates. Large Marge knows
Yeah.
math.
Together, we're like superheroes.
I eat dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison
go on
Wallet
dates.
says, with or without testosterone, the male genetics has a larger, denser muscle group. You can have low T and still build muscle. Boys are boys, girls are girls. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. A little bit of knowledge and wisdom, Prison Wallet.
Jeez.
Just a tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Aren't doubleheader races limited to 7 laps?
No. No, that's
7.
doubleheader baseball games.
Oh,
and
right.
it's 7
You're right.
innings.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, just a tip.
That's why Madison Bumgarner didn't get a no-hitter because it's not an official game, apparently.
Davey Brad says, hello, men. Phil, did Kawhi Leonard take a class from LeBaby on how to fake an injury?
Oh,
What on earth are you talking about?
Why
That
would
is
he-
so disrespectful.
Why would he fake this injury?
Yeah.
That is so disrespectful.
At this
Right.
time.
Davey Brad knows what he's doing. Look at the reaction. He knows what he's doing.
is just so
Skull
out of
says, in 10 years, there will be a first alien player. No, there won't, Skull. Bruno Baller says, Jeffrey always had a 6-pack of Guinness, of course. Yes, if I have any 6-pack, it's a 6-pack of Guinness.
Yeah.
Let's see. He said, by the way, did Smitty happen to run into the Lakers when he was visiting down in hell?
Wow.
Bob Shversky says, yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen there. Yeah, Laurel Hubbard just took a page out of Andy Kaufman's book. He liked to go wrestle the ladies. Remember that? Well, that was all comedy, Bob
Yeah.
Shversky.
Yeah.
It was,
Well, comedy and maybe a thing. We'll leave it there.
Schmitty says,
Let it float out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
oh,
It's
this is
floating.
this is bull. Not hard to figure this out. Cut
Oh,
your
God.
junk off. That's fine. Your genes are still male. My father lost a lot of testosterone by the time he was in his late 50s, but he still beat the crap out of my mom.
Oh,
Oh,
geez.
good Lord.
This is taking a weird and ugly turn. Welcome back, Schmitty.
Wow.
He says, the world has gone to pot. People need to stop being so damn sensitive. You get to compete in the gender games. You get to compete in the gender you were born in. The gender games, is that like the Hunger Games?
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Schmitty. It's good to hear you. Flying Monkey says, if his mama called him son, as far as sports go, that's what he is. Period.
Oh, yikes.
There you go.
Easy, Flying Monkeys. Heavy Metal Maniac says, be careful. The very thin line you're walking there, Jeffrey. That subject, there is one woman in the NBA, the WNBA, that was once a man. Is there? No.
I never heard of that.
Well, the ladies are okay with it, I guess.
I've never heard of that one.
Sure, teammates are. Dick Whiskers says they do need to take supplements to lower testosterone so they could train without using supplements, then take them before testing to qualify. I didn't understand that. Did you?
They take the supplements to train and then they take them again to qualify.
Oh, I think what you're saying is they use testosterone while they're training. Then they take supplements to lower their levels when they have to be tested.
Well, if
That's a whole lot of cheating.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize, but it's Lashia Renee Clarendon is a basketball player for the Minnesota Lynx, and she's the first WNBA player that openly identifies as transgender and non-binary, and has become the first WNBA athlete to complete a top surgery while still being an active player.
So used to be a dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I need to know. I mean, there's a whole lot of words there. Just say used to be a dude. Jeez. Wow. I guess if the ladies are okay with it, kind of seems unfair, but
That's another thing.
Yeah.
I think it does such a disservice to the conversation to just boil it down to if his mama said, or way to make a very complex issue just unnecessarily simple. It doesn't go like that.
I'm trying to be careful about what I read here,
yes,
Phil.
yes, I know.
Jagdog says, was Laurel Hubbard a former Bronco cheerleader?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
See, now that's disrespectful, but at least makes sense.
Okay. Fish Tank says, my question would be, can you be a man with low testosterone with no plans of transitioning and then now compete with women? Because if that's the case, we don't have a women's and men's league. We have a high and low testosterone league, which I don't know I don't know if I'm that interested in it. I also feel like it puts Laurel in a lose-lose situation. If Laurel wins, the immediate answer is going to be, well, she was a man. If she loses, well, that looks even worse.
See, I have a question. Is it Laurel or Yanny?
Laurel. Yanny. Laurel. Yanny. Moist One says,
Whatever she wants to identify
as a transitioning man, I see nothing wrong with the conversation that has just occurred. Thanks, Moist One. I appreciate that. You're also full of crap. Or if you're not, well, congratulations. What do you say when somebody tells you they're transitioning, by the way? Is it congratulations?
You don't need to say congratulations.
What do you say?
You just say, good for you.
Then they're going to be like, I didn't need your approval.
Yeah.
How about I just do this? Just 2 thumbs up. Please don't hurt me. Because I don't know what else to say.
Please don't hurt me. Please don't sue me.
Yeah,
I'm happy for your acceptance in life to what you want to be. I
don't want to be canceled.
Welcome to the other side.
Yeah.
There we go. Welcome to the other side.
Mr. Pringle wants to announce to everybody, after a lot of thought, very careful consideration,
Okay.
just wants to let everyone know that he's coming out as straight.
Oh Lord!
Wow, Randy, I guess I owe you $5. I
Yeah.
thought for sure.
Yeah,
he would-
yeah.
It's almost as bad as people saying Carl Nassib just came out as a lesbian. It's wrong.
I have a lot in common with the lesbians. I understand them.
Give him 5 years.
Dog named Boo says there's procedures involved when a woman becomes a man.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's a bad joke. I ain't reading the rest of it. See what I'm saying? I'm going to slow down reading these things. Cards Chappie says, so if the trans wins the gold in her events and sets records, will all the other athletes subconsciously put an asterisk next to the win?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
I think that's what Jeffrey and I were talking about. Yes.
Senior Wake and Bake says, go Suns. And hey, throbbing pile, you should not only get a Suns tattoo, also, whoever we play in the finals, like a Merc shirt across that canal you call a chest, you jackass.
The canal I call a chest.
He's saying you have a sunken, you have no muscle in your chest, is what he's trying to say. I guess.
What the hell's going on?
He also says, Transformers, robots in disguise. I'm against it. Okay. The Kingpin says, I have a get rich quick idea.
Okay.
I need to know what is the safer bet. Diamondbacks lose their next game or Suns win their next game.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Who are they playing? I mean, hold on here. The Diamondbacks play the Brewers tonight.
Tonight, the Diamondbacks are in action.
It's a home game, as we've learned with the Diamondbacks, it doesn't matter.
I'm going to go with the Suns.
You think the Suns will win before the Diamondbacks lose?
There's no way that bet does not come through.
Yeah, don't say that. Why would you jinx the Suns, man? I kind of feel like the Diamondbacks will lose to the Brewers. I mean, the Brewers are twice as good a team as they are,
and their pitching is nasty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Kingpin, I vote you take the bet on the Diamondbacks losing the next game. Phil says Suns winning is a lock. What do you say, Randy?
I would say put your money on the Suns right now. That's your best bet.
And by the way, this is for entertainment purposes only. And, it's your problem if you lose your house. 888-368-1580. Prison Wallet says, I feel bad for the other female athletes. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Fair enough. Schmitty says, I, in fact, did see the Lakers in hell. Yeah, that's how they got the last championship. Sold their souls, and now they're there. Bruno Baller says, Jeffrey, would you like to talk about NFL quarterbacks now, please? Baby God Dak says, I just want to tell you guys why I love this show.
Okay.
And why I think it's the best show on the dial. Of course, I love how funny you all are and listening to everybody's opinions on the text line. But mostly I love it because you allow women to have a voice and an opinion in a man's world where sports platforms are mostly man opinionated. It means more to me than you'll ever know that you all treat the women's opinions as fair and as you do the men's opinions. Keep up the great work.
We don't treat them equal with the men's opinions. We value them more.
I was going to say, listen, as long as you gals get all your chores done, you can do anything you want in this world.
Oh, boy. And there goes the ratings. There they go.
Some
Cue
of
the text from FedFan.
Some of these will be jokes, and Baby God Dak knows that. Come on.
Wow.
Good Lord. Here I am complimenting him, saying
Here
that.
comes the grenade.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, there's all our lady listeners right there.
They're storming the compound.
If you've listened to this show for any of my time, you know I'm just kidding. Large
hope that
Marge
he's just kidding.
says, this show is so much more fun when everybody was drinking and just telling Phil to shut up.
Yeah, I was ecstatic to come to work every day that happened.
Flying Monkey says, pretty sure the Diamondbacks would lose to the Suns if they're playing baseball. At this point, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I feel like the Suns might beat the Diamondbacks
Could
at
be.
baseball.
Yeah.
Who'd be the Suns starting pitcher? Cameron Payne?
Who throws the best like passes?
Yeah, like
really rocket
probably
type.
probably Chris Paul would probably be the pitcher. Devin Booker would be your shortstop.
I like Chris Paul to get on base because how do you throw him a strike? He's so
DeAndre
he's so
Ayton would be
small.
your first baseman. Cameron Payne probably play third.
Yeah, he's squirrely.
Yeah,
sure. Against the spreads, gentlemen, I would like everyone to know that I'm coming out as trans financialist. That's right. I was born a poor man, but deep down, I really know and I identify as a rich man. Please support my cause and donate to my fund. Help my campaign. At anythingispossible.com.
Yeah.
So with our help, he can become the rich man he knows he is deep down inside. As long as I get a cut, I think that's a great idea.
Wow.
Rob Diz says, dude looks like a lady. Well, he does now. Yeah. Senior Wake and Bake says low testosterone Phil might be a good player in a women's league. What?
Wow.
Oh, sorry. There were no comments there. There's no punctuation. I didn't know they was just ripping on you. I didn't know what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. I
Low
didn't catch that
testosterone
either.
Phil might be a good player.
Got it.
Phil's not a good player in any league, if we're honest.
Come on. I own the
Screaming
pickleball
Eagle
senior court.
says, are you happy the Supreme Court ruled against the NCAA? Yeah. Yes, I am. Now he's talking about how the NCAA, there was somebody who was trying to, I have it over here. They're trying to block players from getting paid. The players in college from being paid.
You mean the association, the NCAA was trying to block permitting players to make money on their likeness.
Right. The Supreme Court unanimously affirmed a ruling that provides an incremental increase in how college athletes can be compensated and opening the door for future legal challenges that could deal a much more significant blow to the NCAA's current business model. So, I've been on side of the athletes for quite some time. I mean, the NCAA makes ridiculous amounts of money, and I know a lot of people. Well, they get an education and they get free ride. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. We can do better than that.
Especially when now you're asking the top tier athletes who all are going to be professionals here soon to not even get money off their name and likeness and to ask them to play 17 games.
Right. I appreciate that, but it's not even that, Phil. For me, when I look at the income that goes to the NCAA and to the colleges, the ridiculous amount of money. Now, if you were to tell me, well, we're only bringing in as much money as we need to run the program and to provide the scholarships and do what we need to do as a school, then I'd be like, yeah, these are amateur athletes. They're playing for their education and then a chance to maybe move up and be pros later. But when you see the scale of money that comes piling into the NCAA and piling into these colleges, now we're not being honest with ourselves. If we say, oh, I think it's their education, that's all they need. No, come on. This is now the business model is obvious. And that is what the Supreme Court is looking at. They're looking at the same thing I'm looking at going, you got to be kidding. No. This has got to change. And it is going to change now. So this moment where somebody tried to fight it, 9-0, unanimous Supreme Court decision. And now we'll see what happens next.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how this is going to go down. I mean, your quarterbacks, your running backs, your wide receivers, those are going to be the people that are going to score. What about the lonely linemen?
Well, they're going to have to, here's what's going to have to be figured out. You know how they have the NFLPA, they have the NBA PA. Well, now there's going to have to be some sort of
college athlete PA,
probably, to make sure that everybody gets treated, fairly to whatever extent that they need to be.
And what do you do with the differences between basketball, football, baseball, field hockey, volleyball?
It's going to be
swim
income
team?
connected. That's what I think. It'll be income connected. So you are going to see some of the smaller sports dwindle and maybe.
I'm not against athletes getting paid. If they're going to pay the athletes, they need to make sure they're paying the athletes. And the story has always been, the swim program doesn't bring in $50 million a year like the football program does.
At a loss.
You know what I mean? So.
Well, and then it would be really up to the college to decide if some of the money they have come in would go to help support that. But yeah, you have to be fair to the players who are involved in the massive amounts of money coming in.
I just think it's going to be extraordinarily interesting to see how this plays out.
If we let's say this was our job to sit down and figure this out, I bet we could figure out a way to do this fair.
Oh yeah.
The football players are carrying the load heavier than anyone else. And then the basketball players right behind them. After that, there is a complete difference in how much income comes in. So you as a school are going to have to decide which one of these sports, you're going to go ahead and carry, which one of these sports are going to help carry you, and then make sure everybody is treated fairly. And, there is a level of equity that can be found for somebody who's on the swim team versus somebody who's on the football team. For the swim team, you know what? Maybe that scholarship is good enough because you're just swimming. Nobody's making money off this.
But if they're required to do so much to where they can't even get a normal job, which is the case in a lot of aspects of college sports, they should be able to get a stipend of some
Fine. I think every case is going to be dealt with differently, and there's a fair way of doing it, which means we here in the United States will screw this up. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
DQ presents Picture This. Picture the Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard. You see two iconic treats blending together in a mesmerizing swirl of pieces of Thin Mints cookies, Cool Mint, and world-famous DQ soft serve. You smile the biggest smile you've ever smiled. It's a double smile because your two favorites, DQ and Girl Scout Thin Mints, are together in one delicious treat. And the only reason you stop smiling is so you can start eating. The Girl Scout Thin Mints Blizzard, exclusively at DQ. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And after hearing about all the success these other guys have had here at the radio station with Valley Medical Weight Loss, I finally joined in. And man, am I glad I did. I'm already seeing results. What's great about Valley Medical Weight Loss is how easy they make it to lose weight at any one of their 3 Valley locations. And they help you customize a plan that works for your lifestyle and, more importantly, your wallet. Get with them today and see what program works best for you. Mention Fanatic, you'll get your first week free. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com.
This is Aaron Warby, owner of Online Trading Academy here in Arizona. Right now, we're seeing stock market highs in the face of economic lows. Election cycles are notorious for causing instability in the stock market. That's why we just finished developing our newest complimentary workshop, Protection from the Election. This 3-hour class will explore the strategies professional traders use to protect themselves against market downturns while allowing them to also profit from surging markets. Take control of your portfolio in these uncertain times. Register for this powerful workshop offered in Scottsdale, Chandler, and Peoria by calling 844-877-2337 or by texting the letters OTA to 31996. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Again, that is 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Listen, when we're all working on our shows here at The Fanatic, we're totally focused and we don't want to worry about the other things. Like the technology that runs our station. That's where Affinity Technology comes in. They run all our IT so we can focus on what really matters, our business and our listeners. These guys handle literally everything. If it plugs in, they work with it. They've saved us tons of money and they've kept us focused on what really matters. Affinity Technology, they can do the same for you. Go to atechaz.com. Be sure and tell them I sent you.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55.
Super Bowl 55 is in the history books, but we aren't kicking up our feet and waiting. The 2021 season has begun.
And there's already been a lot of action.
Because the NFL never takes a nap.
Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more.
We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis.
Football is always in season here.
Your exclusive home to the NFL at Super Bowl 56.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
So David Glender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. You can hear us on 99.3 FM, 95.9 FM in the East Valley, always at 1580thefanatic.com. Lots of people with lots of stuff to say. I don't want to dwell here all damn day, you know.
It is a Monday.
You're not enjoying the hot tub that we find ourselves in.
I don't feel like I'm in a hot tub. We've been very honest about stuff. Of course, I know. I hopefully I didn't piss off Baby Got Dak with that one joke, but
she sends in a great text. And what does Jeffrey do?
I can't help
He
myself.
nukes it.
He just squashes it like a
No.
fly swatter squashing a fly.
He adds 30 to the microwave.
She has been listening to this show long enough today. She knows. I may have lost some other ladies, but okay.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so yeah, we don't want to get too bogged down on this, and it's something that's going to have to get figured out, and these are the things that have to get figured out as we go. But the thing we have to be careful about is not to become us versus them kind of thing, or to be hostile towards people who decide they want to transition. Now, if you take a step back and you think about it, if I'm a person and I realized all my life and I finally have become brave enough to make that change and do what I need to do to be who it is I'm supposed to be, but I also have to be more, I guess I have to also have a realistic look at the way things are, and I think that we need to be just as honest with this guy who became a gal and say, all right, we're fine with you, doing this, brave, all that stuff, but let's be reasonable. You were a dude for quite some time. You have an advantage. And all these other conversations, there is no exact science to this. There is no template for this, because there's an awful lot of damn letters being used, LGBTQRSTV and all those, and I can't keep up. And it's not because I'm not open-minded. It's because I just honestly can't keep up with it. And so you can't expect everybody to be able to. So this is a thing that's going to take a little time for everybody to kind of wrap their heads around and say, okay, what do we do that makes it fair to all of the athletes in these situations? And Olympic Committee going with the testosterone level thing, that I think it was a first step to try to make sure people weren't just sort of taking advantage of the situation. But I think there needs to be some people sitting down in a big conference room and kind of going through all this and figuring it out. And as long as everybody does it with the right spirit, with the right heart, it doesn't have to become an ugly thing. And so that's all I'm going to say. I hope that doesn't become an ugly thing. But my first glance at this, I'm like, yeah, that's probably not good. 888-368-1580. Jeff Van Gundy says, guys, would you rather have Ben Simmons on your basketball team or Des Bryant on your football team?
Oh, Ben Simmons, absolutely.
Des Bryant.
Well, are we talking in their primes? Because in their primes, Des Bryant was a monster.
Ben Simmons, he has shut himself down. There's something is wrong there. Des Bryant, I got 53 players in a football team, and if I have to choose, I'm going to choose Des Bryant because I can bench his ass. Ben Simmons is one of 10 guys, and you need that player to step up and do what he needs to do. You hope Des Bryant will. So Des Bryant, he gets in his own head sometimes too. So yeah, if I had to choose, I choose the guy I could actually replace, and that's Des Bryant.
If you're talking about right now, that makes as much sense as any, because I realize that the one thing that comes along with Ben Simmons is that contract. He has a Supermax rookie extension contract that is going to be difficult to outload. So that is something difficult, but Ben Simmons, you can build a team around him. It's a question or not. Whether
you have to build around him because he's all of a sudden ineffective. He's not doing anything.
And you gotta wonder why he lost his confidence. What happened?
Mojo.
Why did he lose confidence in his abilities? He got this far. He's making enormous contract, enormous money because he was looked at as an enormously talented basketball player. So you got to figure out a way to get his confidence back. And how do you do that? You got to play him. You got to get him out in the summer.
It ain't worked in this last series.
Well, you got to get him out in the summertime. Now that they're out of it, give him some time off. Let him get out of his own head for a while.
How many years have they been having that conversation about him?
The only thing I can say is this guy's got to figure out how to get his confidence back.
You got to cut Bateman.
Well,
there's a point you have to.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but I don't like to give up on somebody that had so much potential and then just all of a sudden lost his confidence.
Okay, you got two choices on this one with Ben Simmons. It's Yeps or horrific gambling debts.
Wow.
Because that dunk was right there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's mind boggling.
It was almost like watching a guy throw the game on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to make that horrible allegation, but you see that play? Can you see? Well, maybe you could see that.
I have a feeling they're going to release him. They're just going to cut him. loose.
No.
They're just going to cut him loose.
A lot of damn money.
Randy. They will trade him,
Well,
but it's a matter.
I don't know.
It's a
Who
matter
wants
of-
him?
Yeah. Like you just said, he's got this enormous contract. This is a cut bait and run. Bye. You couldn't dunk the ball when it was open. You took 4 shots total in a series of games in the fourth quarter, and you only made 3 shots out of all of the ones that you took in the fourth quarter. Give me a break.
Well, the one thing that you are correct on, they will move on from him. They have Daryl Morey now, remember, as the president of that team, and he is a guy who would trade his own mother if given the right amount of compensation, or if he can get James Harden in return. So
I think we all would.
Yeah, I think we all would. James Harden, the beard, that can keep you warm.
No, I mean our own mothers. I'd trade my mom.
Wow.
My mom's dead.
My mom, she there was never enough cookies. That's all I'm going to say. I got my reasons. Anyways, what was you saying, Phil?
I'm just saying Daryl Morey will acquire and retool this roster. I think Doc Rivers will be staying. Joel Embiid will be staying. Everybody else on that roster, good luck.
I'm not saying I didn't love my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom is still alive.
She just did not meet your expected cookie quota.
Listen, always will have the most respect. I thank her for getting to me to where I am now.
Yeah.
But if somebody with a stronger cookie game came to the, maybe up in a draft somewhere, or I could trade.
I wonder what I could get for my mom.
You're thinking about, well, it'd be hard.
She's retired.
You've got a dead cap salary.
She's more than retired. She's dead money on my cap space.
Dead cap salary Randy's dead mom?
I did.
Wow.
But Jeffrey, you're forgetting about it. It could have been worse. You could have been getting bad cookies, animal cracker cookies.
Yeah, but getting some cookies
Are you talking about
is fine for some, but I wanted some championship cookies, Phil.
Do you want some animal crackers? Wait a minute. You talk about the ones that are pink and white and got the little sprinkles
those are
on them?
circus cookies.
Those are circus cookies.
Those are my favorite.
Those are some of my
good.
favorite
Yeah,
cookies
I'll
right
fight
there.
you for 'em.
Remember they were in that tub and
Yeah.
they're all like manila folders.
Oh, you're talking about they're
Animal crackers.
They're like the graham cracker
yeah,
cookies.
yeah, but no, not graham cracker.
They're
Graham
known
cracker would be
as
delicious.
circus
Yeah.
animal crackers.
Yeah, okay.
What's your point?
Right.
Those are nasty cookies.
Is that what this is all about, really?
I got too much of those growing up.
We're sorry. Maybe that's what happened.
Well,
to
I definitely will not trade my mom for yours now.
yeah.
888-368-1580. Jeff Van Gundy also says, Phil, you think Rivers is staying as coach? I think that dude's a huge problem. Hasn't made it past the semis since 2012 and blew it back then, the Eastern Conference Finals.
But isn't this his first season as
First
76ers?
season.
He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere.
No.
Well, you know what, though? He's brought his Clipperness to town.
I don't know.
For the Sixers.
I don't know. It seemed like he made the right moves when he had to make the right moves. The problem is the team didn't execute. Do you put that squarely on his desk? I don't think so. I think you got to give him another opportunity, and you got to get some moves. You got to get some people in there from the old regime, get them out of there, and get some new guys in there. And like you said, Daryl Morey's going to take care of that. He's going to make some moves. And now, if you improve the team over the summer and they come back in the fall and they go to the playoffs and they fail again, well, then now you can start talking about Doc Rivers. See you later.
You okay? You gonna make it?
Did you just shut down on me?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Had to reboot. Sorry. Straight Striper says, this LGBTQRSTUV talk, that's exhausting. As somebody who has family members that relate to the appropriate pronouns, hopefully people respect my opinion when it comes to your sexuality. IDGAF. All right. That's actually, I feel a very healthy way to go with that.
IDGAF. Isn't that a grocery store chain?
No, you're thinking of IGA.
Oh, that must have been
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Number one Rattlers fan says, I miss the 90s style of basketball. For example, Bill Laimbeer using all 6 fouls happily.
Oh, you got that in the Bucks Nets series.
But Bill Laimbeer would do it within the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's true.
That was always something to watch.
Yeah.
Just the tip says, the B team in the. I don't know what that's about. Rob Diz says, I would kill a sleeve of Oreos. Oh yeah, me too,
Oh, yeah.
buddy. Me too.
Double stuffed is a way of life now. I don't know how anybody
Oreos
goes
don't
to
make it
regular.
in my house. I'll tell you what else. For Father's Day, Miss Kim got me a package of moon pies. Do you guys know what moon pies are?
Oh yeah.
Chocolate covered.
Nice.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm getting? By the way, I haven't even had my Father's Day celebration yet. It's happening
Really?
tonight.
Okay.
Because all the kids are together.
Was it because you had to wait and get up early in the morning for that early game on the NBA Sunday?
No, partially that, and I just didn't have all the kids around. Now today,
No.
all the kids are around, so I get to have turkey tacos, and then
Not
my
even Tuesday.
the dessert I've requested, not moon pies, but Klondike bars.
Ah, those are good.
Everybody
Yep.
gets a minty Klondike bar.
Ew, a minty one.
Oh, the minty ones are awesome.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Did I like mint chocolate chip?
God, mint chocolate. Why do you want to eat toothpaste?
Because it's my mouth, not yours, Phil.
God,
I know what you put in your mouth. I'm going to put a minty Klondike bar in mine.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you
Wow.
and you alone. Oh,
Dick Whiskers says the person I want the Suns to win it all for, Al McCoy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree 100%, Dick Whiskers, every time. Baby Got Dak says, I'm not offended, Jeffrey. I also think Joel Embiid should take some of the blame for yesterday's loss.
well, Joel Embiid, he's probably the person.
Is he a wee-he?
I think she.
Or does she say weenie?
Oh, I think she
Weenie.
meant weenie.
I don't
Probably
know.
weenie.
It just says wee-he, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, let's
Joel
see
Embiid
here.
does have a small amount of load to shoulder here. It's probably the smallest on the team, but he faded in a lot of those second halves of games.
Yeah,
and
it could be weenie. Yeah. The
Okay.
H is real in close proximity.
Okay.
it's
Could
pretty
also
close.
be weeby.
He floundered in the second half of a lot of games. People attribute that to his conditioning.
Or
We've seen that
Ouija.
before in
Could be
playoff
Ouija.
games in the past, where he dominates in the first half. In the second half, he just runs out of gas. This very well could have been an injury plagued postseason for him too. Either way, he does shoulder some of the blame, but he certainly gave a fair amount of effort that Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, Doc Rivers will now have to shoulder into the offseason.
Let me see if this is a true statement. We want the Hawks, not the Bucks, if we make it to the finals. We want the Hawks, not the Bucks, if we make it to the finals.
Who said that?
Me. I'm just saying. Do you guys agree?
We want the Hawks, not the Bucks.
Yes.
If we make it to the
Well,
final.
which team's going to get an injured starter in this? Because that's the way that it's been falling for the Phoenix Suns
Well,
all postseason.
so here earlier you were supporting the Suns. Now you're back to hating, you hateful piece of garbage. Forget about the injuries. I'm just saying, which team would the Suns rather have, the Hawks or the Bucks? I
Well,
think the Hawks.
I think the Hawks as well. But listen, the Bucks are going to run through them like grease through a Christmas goose. They're just going to they're going to dismantle the Hawks.
I think that actually the way that you want to go is the Bucks. And the only reason why I say that is there is a game plan. There's a game script to beat the Bucks where it's you limit Giannis and have him just shoot away. And if all of your players are healthy, you should be able to outbeat them. And Mike Budenholzer versus the job that Nate McMillan has done with those Atlanta Hawks is absolutely astonishing. Way to go for him. I actually would favor the Hawks in a longer series than I would against the Bucks.
Well, whatever. You like the Lakers. We don't care. 888-368-1580. Let's take a break. We'll be back more after this. 1580, The Fanatic.
At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Now, we've seen interest rates go as low as we've seen them in years recently. We've also seen them bouncing around. A lot of uncertainty of what is going on in the loan game as far as mortgages are concerned. That's why I lean on my friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. They have been in business for 20 plus years here in the Valley. They only lend in Arizona. They are trusted. They'll get you that reliable quote. And if you're thinking about refinancing, whether it's to just lower your rate, maybe lower the terms of your rate, maybe down to 15 or 20 years, or if you're like, hey, we got a lot of debt on the side, we got some problems going on, we want to consolidate debt, or I've always wanted a pool. Now's the time to do it. Take some of that equity out, refinance, and get things done around your house that you want. But you got to use the best in the business. That's the Lund Mortgage Team. 623-875-9940. 623-875-9940. Or check them out online, lundmortgage.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. That's 800-807-1981.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And hey, guess what? On Friday, Rattlers game, 7 p.m. here on 1580, The Fanatic. Yeah,
nice.
Number one Rattler fan on the text line says, I only missed my Rattlers prediction by 4 points, 51-36. Yeah, the Rattlers looking to be on another tear this season, and we'll have that game for you on Friday. I don't have it up in front of me, so I can't remember who they're playing, but really who they're beating. So still a lot of fun, and you can hear it right here on 1580, The Fanatic. Got to get caught up here on the text line, so let me rattle through this as fast as I can. Zay says, Randy, I feel bad for you. That's the equivalent of working as a first responder and your partner saying, slow night, isn't it? Way to go, Jeffrey.
Wow, I don't know.
I don't know what I said at 4:16 p.m.
But I I appreciate your I appreciate your feelings, though. Thank you.
Beer Bob says, good afternoon, guys. Hope you all had a great Father's Day weekend. I was able to go back and watch my Hall of Fame announcement on the YouTube. I even had my wife watch it. Made my weekend. Thank you for including me in the Super 6 class, Jeffrey.
Wow.
I appreciate the 10 minutes or so that Randy campaigned for my induction. It was nothing against you, Beer Bob. It's just, I don't know. It was kind of crazy. And I don't know. I wanted it to be my own idea.
You're always being my Hall of Fame, Beer Bob.
Hey, there's just one question. Where do I send my 20-minute induction speech that I recorded? B. Jacobs at 1580thefanatic.com. Schmitty says, Phil, were you serious a little bit ago? Your comment was worse than Jeffrey's. We value women's opinions even more than men's. Don't patronize women by trying to make them feel good. You must be single and you're not even ready to mingle.
No, I was talking about our particular.
Just met Schmitty.
I know. I went from Schmitty likes me to now I've already turned him. No, I was saying the women in our particular fourth dimension. We value. Yeah, we love FedFan. We love Baby Got Dak, and we respect sometimes their opinion more than I respect. Oh, I don't know, Schmitty's.
Oh, damn! Here we go. Navy Brad says 76ers should contact Austin Powers to help Ben Simmons find his mojo.
Right. Yeah.
He says, by the way, I fully admit I will and I do take selfies with my bunnies. Well, it's with your bunnies, so it's not a selfie. It's a groupie. Mr. Wilbur says, this is all a big setup on the part of Ben Simmons. Ooh, conspiracy theory from Mr. Wilbur.
Okay.
He purposely has tanked because LeBron James has paid him money under the table because LeBron wants him in Los Angeles next year.
What?
Watch it. It's going to happen.
Oh, boy.
Remember when I said something might be up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mr. Wilbur, I would not be surprised if you turn out right. Cowboy Sparky says, "Good afternoon, guys. Don't know if you all talked about the allegations about. Don't I want to talk about that? The ASU football. I was having such a good day, Cowboy Sparky." Says, "Was wondering what allegations they are and how serious they are. What a bad time for this to happen.
Yeah.
Everything's been going great for the program.
Well,
Yeah, mostly because we've been cheating at recruiting.
Yeah,
So-
well, let's just leave it there on that note. It's some recruiting violations, talking about having recruits on campus during a dead recruiting period during the pandemic. There are allegations stating that ASU had recruits there when they shouldn't have, and other things that happened as well. So, but there is other things that are happening with that. They think there may be a whistleblower involved and a disgruntled former employee, if you catch my drift. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
We don't know yet, but if it's true, then yeah, people's heads should roll. That's all I got to say. Rob Diz says, "I asked what LGBTQ meant, but I can't get a straight answer." Oh, Rob Diz with a joke. Straight Striper says, "By the way, Jeffrey, should have taken that bet I offered on Brooklyn. I could be getting tattooed with Phil if you'd accepted it."
If I recall, he did accept that bet.
Well, you'll have to get the audio to prove it.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure you did accept that.
I
bet.
might have.
Wow.
And he said it was on Friday?
He didn't say what day, but I mean, I could scroll and find it.
I mean, you're straight fire with these tattoo things lately.
I'm pretty sure you did accept it. You said, yeah, because why? Same bet? Okay.
I'm scrolling. Well, there's a lot to scroll through here.
You get me a date and a rough hour.
Remind me and I'll work on it later.
Okay.
Good Cat says, "Sup, guys? Go Suns, go."
Meow, meow.
Large Marge says, "Love Al McCoy." Shazam! But this has got to be for Jerry Colangelo, the original boss. Go Suns and smear the deer. Well, you're expecting we're going to see the Bucks, and you might be right. Jeff Van Gundy says, "Embiid is always hurt. Stop with the damn injury excuse." And yes, Jeffco, definitely would rather take the Hawks and Trae Young's foul baiting than Giannis and his free throw routine there. I also think the same thing, Randy, but also the Hawks will literally not die. Just a Tip says, he must have, he started this and then something happened. So now he's typed out the B team. The B team in the morning was talking about a billboard for their show. I thought of a cool Blender billboard. Jeffrey looking quizzically at his computer as if trying to figure out WTF with these texts.
Yeah.
Randy on one of Jeffrey's shoulders, whispering into his ear as an angel.
Yeah.
Filthy Phil on the other as the devil. Thought bubbles in the background with a variety of fourth dimension texture names.
There we go.
And Just a Tip drops the mic.
Wow. I like that, Just a Tip. I like that.
Do you think the front of my Speedo will have horns on it?
We're going to have to make this into a cartoon.
I've got breaking news.
Break that news. Who came out gay next?
No, it has nothing to do with that. But according to ESPN, just saw it on the bottom line there. Kawhi Leonard out definitely for game 2 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It just broke.
I thought we kind of knew that though, didn't we?
He is definitely out for game 2.
It could have been
tomorrow
worse
night.
breaking news like
that. Okay.
Listen, when it says breaking news and there's a red background to it, I break the damn news.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wouldn't trust the 4-letter network there. Just saying.
Wow.
But let me know if anybody else comes out gay. 888-368-1580. Heavy Metal Maniac says, "I would like to see them play the Bucks for the plain reason they started the same year we did, 1968. They got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at that time, and we did not. And the Bucks got a championship with him, and we're still waiting. So how fitting would it be to beat the Bucks in the finals?" That's a long way to go for that Heavy Metal Maniac, but if it makes you happy, it makes me happy too.
And by the way, can this finally put to rest that the NBA rigs the playoffs so that way the big market teams get to it? Bucks
Phil,
and
don't
Hawks,
be a child. Nobody said that they rigged the playoff. They rigged the lottery.
Oh, okay. You're right. You're right.
Right, Randy?
Yeah, Phil.
Bucks and Hawks. I couldn't think of a more entertaining Eastern Conference contender.
Look, man.
To be fair, are we going to get a lot of ratings for Suns versus Clippers?
Agreed. Maybe on the LA market. Maybe.
I mean, I don't care.
People hate watching.
May the best team win. I don't care about the rest of them.
Absolutely. I think that the conspiracy theorists out there, this is a definite blow to your ego.
Dick Whiskers says we beat the Bucks both times in the regular season. We split with the Hawks, and in the game we lost, they whipped us 135 to 103.
That's right. I do remember
Both
that game.
Bucks games we won by 1 point. So no, the Bucks scare me more. All right, fair point right there. Rob Diz says, I say the Suns in 4. Watch Phil get the tattoo. Well, Phil's already getting a damn tattoo. When are you getting this tattoo, by the way?
It's healing actually.
You seriously got it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you show it to us?
No.
Well, why not?
It's covered up.
I don't believe him. He's full of crap.
Did you really get your arm tattooed? Let me see the bandage. Where's the bandage?
I'll show you.
Let me see.
I'll show you in the break.
You're so full of crap. Can we have a camera on you?
Liar.
So whether it's in the
liar,
break or now won't matter.
pants on fire.
I'll show you.
Do you believe him?
And I'm wearing sweats.
Yeah. Okay. Now you were supposed to get on your shoulder. That's all I'm going to say about
Oh
that.
no, I'm saying I'm wearing sweats, not pants. But they are on fuego.
So some other idiot decided they would do the Waffle House challenge as a fantasy football punishment.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I love
Okay.
it.
Once again, okay, listen, I'm getting tired of the Waffle House challenge. 24 hours at a Waffle House. I wonder if Boogie would have done 24 hours at the Waffle House rather than go through what he's gone through 20 weeks running now.
Yeah.
Every Friday, Boogie has to wear a T-shirt that says Jeffrey O'Brien is better at everything than me.
Yeah.
And he has to take a picture and he posts it up on the Twitterverse there.
Mm-hmm.
And I am planning on making a giant poster of all of these.
Yes.
For my wall in my
Yes,
office,
yes.
which there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Boogie had the choice
Mhm.
of opting out of the picture thing and just doing the Waffle House challenge if he would have done that. I think he would have.
I mean, look, if you're going to do like a Waffle House challenge, you cannot take hours off by eating waffles.
I was gonna say, hold on. Let's.
I mean,
set
there
the
are
stage
some
here.
people that can eat 12, 15 waffles. What does this do? Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. And you're helping this guy feed himself too at the same time.
But he has to pay for those.
Yeah, he had to pay
waffles.
for
I
his
don't
own.
care. At a Waffle House, what is it? 99 cents per waffle?
So he cut 9 hours off the time by
See?
eating a bunch of waffles. So he was only there 15 hours.
See?
But Randy, you also have to recover. Do you know how much the pain that you go through with all those waffles, and having to go into that urinal and just release yourself?
Urinal?
What is he
Why
talking
the-
about?
Do you
There's-
poo
there's
in a do you poo in a urinal?
The Waffle House
Phil?
is a urinal that makes waffles. That's
Excuse
What
me?
is he talking about? Although I could see him backing up to a urinal. to be honest. Yeah. 888-368-1580. Large Marge says Suns are an 8-game winning streak. Bleep the tattoo. Bravo, Phil. You don't want to be the slump buster. Oh, that's a good point. We wish he would not get the tattoo till maybe later.
That's true.
Heavy Metal Maniac says Suns on an 8-game win streak. The last 9 teams to accomplish this, 7 of them won the championship.
There we go.
So Suns win it all. Big Steve from the main event says, remember when we used to wonder if the 80s, if the German team was a bunch of males or females?
You mean the German female teams? Yes, I remember that.
Yep. It could have been just a lot of testosterone. Though.
Could have been.
But we weren't rude enough to ask back then.
Correct.
back then.
Yeah. Oh, no, we ask now. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they wear pretty tight fitting clothing now.
Well,
too, so,
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so no, I will never ask anybody to do the stupid Waffle House challenge for a fantasy football losing.
Thank
bid.
you.
We'll
Thank
never
you.
do that.
And by the way, Boogie, you're a champion for following through. Good job.
Oh yeah, he printed up posters because he forgot to bring his shirt with him to San Diego. And at first, I thought I wasn't really too thrilled with the jail picture. Then he showed me some other ones. I was like, oh, these are really nice. So
yeah, Boogie
bonus.
Boogie hit me on the Twitter feed, and I responded this morning. But he found stadium truck racing, and he was like, I was unaware that this is an actual event. Yes,
What is a stadium truck?
Well, generally, what happens is you have these off-road trucks, these trucks that generally race, like the Baja 1000 and all that out there in the desert. But they used to build a track inside of a stadium where these trucks would run. And sometimes, I think back about 10 years ago, the stadiums that were involved was the LA Coliseum over there in Los Angeles, where the trucks came down into the stadium, ran a course in there, came back up and out into the parking lot, moved around. So it's sort of like a multi surface multi-talent, kind of race, if you would, within the race, sort of like a motocross and an asphalt race. But these trucks do jumps and they go fast.
I just Googled it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stadium truck racing is a lot of fun. It's not widely known, but yes, Boogie.
Why not?
It
This
is
looks
a thing.
amazing.
Yeah, it is a thing. And it's a lot of fun to watch, too.
How is NASCAR more popular than this? There's cars flying through the air. Is this dangerous?
Well, yes, of course it is. These guys don't just go 25 miles an hour. These guys are at high speeds doing all these jumps with those big
And
heavy
there's
trucks.
intersections where one guy's in the air and one guy's going under.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you know,
where's this been all my life?
well,
I want to race in it.
I think out at what used to be the dragway out there that had the lake, the Firebird Raceway.
Dusty.
Yeah. Well, I think they have one of these stadium truck tracks, and the stadium trucks come through Phoenix, and they race out there. We'll have to keep our ears and eyes open and let you know when that happens.
Do they get one weapon of choice? Maybe
No,
like a lance
no
or a
weapons,
pile
no
driver?
weapons. No, they have a 2,400 pound
Nails.
weapon. It's called a damn truck, Phil.
This looks like fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it if nothing else, but I want to drive one.
Yeah, there you go.
Baby Got Dak says a good punishment for losing Blender Fantasy Football League would have the loser have a bathroom sandwich with Phil.
That's a good point.
No, that's for the victor.
That's that's oddly, weirdly specific right there. Good Cat says, longtime Philanoyer, first time Hall of Famer. Hey, can I request an oldie but a goodie? Burn in Hell Lakers. Well, we have to change it to Clippers, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. Well, we don't have time to sing that for you now, but
Oh no, you should get it in.
they are undefeated when we sing it.
Yeah.
So we'll do that when we come back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
AZ Preps is a 2-hour in-depth look at the Arizona prep sports scene. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Covering all aspects of the Arizona Interscholastic Association. AZ Preps 365 focuses on all Arizona high school sports, student athletes, news, and notes from around Arizona. Join your host, Jose Garcia, Brett Quintine, and James Mello as they cover the prep sports scene from A to Z. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings from 8 to 10 on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
What the all right? Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Our beautiful daughter, Ashley, was only 12 years old when a distracted driver went to the light and ran into our van. When an email comes over your phone or a phone call or voicemail, it's not worth it.
Life is more important than your phone's beep. Stop the distracted driving, Arizona, please. Sponsored by the Arizona Chapter National Safety Council and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Aired in cooperation with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. And listen, we've all been hearing about Valley Medical Weight Loss for quite some time now. We've been hearing about how easy they make it to lose weight and keep it off. And we've been hearing about how convenient it is to visit one of their 3 Valley locations. And we've heard these other guys on the radio station here have success. Yeah, I've heard about it too. So I've joined in and I've already lost 6 pounds in just a couple of weeks. I am so glad I gave Valley Medical Weight Loss a try, and you will be too. Check them out at valleymedicalweightloss.com. And remember, mention Fanatic and you'll get your first week free.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1. Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. And then, of course, there's Phil in there. 2 out of 3 of us are thrilled about the Suns winning. One of us, not so much.
I'm happy for everybody that is.
Beat LA. Beat all of LA. Can we just get the Kings in here and beat them too, just so we can beat California?
Might as well.
Are there any more teams in California?
Well, we just let the Dodgers escape.
No, I'm talking about basketball.
Ah.
So there's the Kings,
Sacramento Kings,
and then there's
Warriors.
the Lakers, and
Golden State Warriors.
We could beat them right now. We could beat every LA team right now. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit, feeling a little cocky. I got to be careful. I don't want to jinx. Nobody wants to be the jinx, but yeah, you got to feel really great about these Phoenix Suns. That was a great win yesterday afternoon, there's every reason to feel pretty confident going forward. Not too confident, because remember who these Clippers are. They lose 2, win the series. Lose 2, win the series. So you don't want that to happen to the Suns. You can't take your eye on these off these guys for a moment.
No, you really can't. And they played terrific basketball. They were ready to go when they got there. They showed no signs of layoff rust, and I couldn't expect anything more. This is fantastic. Again, like I said, as a Suns fan, a lifelong Suns fan, you're always looking for what is that one thing. And when Chris Paul went down with the COVID,
you're like, oh no,
here we go.
Well, then the shoulder a couple of weeks back, you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, here we go. But then the Suns came out and played very well against a tough Clippers team. So we'll see what happens moving forward. This is all buttercream frosting to me. This is all frosting on the cake.
Yeah, remember back when the Bulls beat the Suns in the finals, the actual finals.
Yeah.
And of course, I blame it Danny Ainge because I don't feel like he played very good defense.
Well, of course, you
didn't
should.
even put his hands up, and that rocked me for over 20 years. Anyway, damn it! Now all I can think about is that. I forgot my point I was trying to make.
Boy.
Now I'm just mad at Danny Ainge again.
Yeah, sorry
for letting that dude shoot a 3 over him without even putting his hands up. Put your
Yeah.
hands up. I don't care how far away you are. Put your hands up. What were we talking about? Am I the only person still aggravated about that game back in 1994?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
you're the lone person still
No.
in half court.
Was
No.
it 93 or 94? It was 94.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else out there who's just still as bitter about that as I am?
Mm.
I'm only bitter towards Danny Ainge for not even putting his hands up. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand that.
See, this is why, Phil. This is that kind of moment which makes you see why we can't be that confident, because we had Charles Barkley, Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Tom Chambers, and a whole cast of really great characters. That team was stacked and was playing amazing. But then there's Michael Jordan. There's Paxson. There's, who's the dude with the unfortunate face? Scottie Pippen, just
start throwing
With
people
the
in there.
unfortunate what?
the face. He was not a handsome man.
People can say the same thing about me.
Yeah. And I'll fight anyone who says that. But listen, that was very traumatic. And we then you go to 2010 and you're like, oh, look at that. We got Shaquille O'Neal now. Look at that. And we got old Stevie Nash there. Ooh, is this going to be something? Okay, maybe not.
Yeah.
So, can't take anything for granted, but I can't help but do feel pretty damn good right now. I feel like of all the teams, the Suns can beat everybody.
Seems like there's a lot of people that I talk to that are saying this is a team of destiny, and you even hear some of the Suns.
That makes me nervous.
Some of the Suns players saying this is a very special team. There's something different about this team than any other team they've ever played on. And so when you hear things like that and you hear the team talking about that,
sure,
it really,
heard it before with Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley.
Yeah, you got to believe this team is going to do more than just exit in round one. And I was talking about in round one, I was hearing all this talk. For them to be where they're at right now, fighting for the Western Conference championship in the NBA, considering what they did last year and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. I mean, this is amazing as a Suns fan.
To your credit, the one thing, as novel as this may be, is that when I close my eyes and I think about this Suns team and I look at the end of the year,
you're going to break into the song.
I can actually envision Devin Booker hoisting an NBA Finals trophy.
Yeah.
Is he trying to jinx us?
I think he is.
I can see the Atlanta Hawks even doing so. The Bucks, I just don't see it. The Clippers, I don't see it at all.
You didn't think Giannis Antetokounmpo was going to get this far in these playoffs?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was me. I didn't.
Yes.
I honestly did not. I was surprised to see how that all went down.
What an amazing game. We never even talked about that. That was a fantastic game.
As you got further in, it became more apparent what was going to go down. But the first few games, you're kind of like, okay, that's it. But yeah, that was it was amazing. Oh, that's right, Large Marge, 93, Bill Paxson. Yeah, it was 93. I said Paxson. Did I say Paxson?
No, you said Ainge.
No, Ainge. No, Paxson shot the three.
Yeah.
Ainge didn't put his hands up in the air because he just don't care.
Paxson.
Yeah, I got it right. Fish Tank says if the Suns can beat the Clippers, they got to make shirts that say Suns own LA since they'll have knocked them both out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all for it. I am all for it. Baker's Cocky Hen says breaking news. Clippers assigned Robert Horry to ruin the Suns' hopes yet again.
There we go. Don't ever say that man's name in my presence ever again, ever.
Robert Horry would make a good Broncos cheerleader, though.
You did it!
Along with Greg Oden and former Packer Gilbert Brown.
I believe the H is silent, Jeffrey.
Horry?
Yeah, nope. You don't say the H.
I don't hear him saying.
I think I got it right.
Yeah,
I think I got it absolutely right.
Spot on.
Horry!
The man's name is
Horry.
I believe it's Horry.
It's Horry.
Yeah.
Heavy Metal Maniac says this team plays defense. The Phoenix Suns also have a deep bench. I sure hope you're going to go down as one of the greatest Suns teams of all time and win the big one.
Well,
wouldn't
they by definition be the greatest Suns team of all time if they can actually win a championship?
So that is an interesting question.
Yeah.
Because look at all that talent that was on the 93 team.
Right.
And, the 2010, that was more superstar centric. The 93 team was a whole lot of talent.
Yeah. I agree.
So, yeah, you can say different things happen in different years, but I don't know. Is this the greatest Suns team?
It kind of remains to be seen. What is this team going to? What are they going to accomplish?
If they go in a sweep or 5 all the rest of the way, I think that they would have an amazing resume with which to make that claim.
Can't you name this team the greatest of all time if they win the championship?
That's what I'm saying.
Can I tell you why? Because is the competition tough enough to declare this version of the Phoenix Suns? Because listen, 93 Suns, Michael Jordan and Pippen and that team also a lot of damn talent. And that was tough.
Yeah, but
beating the Hawks going to be that
Jordan
tough?
and Pippen and those guys had been together for years. That wasn't their first championship.
No, what I'm saying is they were a tougher competition for the 93 Suns. I don't know that this 2021 Suns have tougher competition like the 93 Suns had. I don't know if the Hawks are going to feel that way. I don't know if the Bucks would feel that way. And right now, I'm not feeling like the Clippers feel that way. Like that is some amazing team that has a Jordan or a Pippen or a Rodman or anybody. I know Rodman.
Your biggest claim to fame thus far is beating the Los Angeles Lakers. That was the number one reason why the Suns had such horrendous odds to begin, is because they started their embarkment upon this championship journey with the number one title contender out of the West. That's why. So when you're looking at that, going from there, from that high that was the Lakers, it's only going to seem downhill from there. But
now that we know the Lakers weren't going to beat anybody in the West.
Come on, man.
Who would they have beat?
They could have beaten, I would say, pretty much any team that wasn't the Utah Jazz.
Oh, when do the Jazz play next?
They're out.
Oh, thanks, Phil. 888-368-15.
Mike Conley was healthy for the first round. Calm down.
Oh, here we go. It's all about the health, I guess. Yeah.
It is about the health.
Hey, we lost our superstar and still won a series. Oh, what?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, Chris Paul, we won.
He wasn't out during this series.
Chris Paul was it?
And you haven't won this series.
And then he just was gone yesterday.
You're factually incorrect.
Oh my God, we won.
You won a game, not a series.
Oh, you have to win a game to win a series.
Wow.
It's just math.
No. That's not
It's
you.
not magic, Phil.
No,
It's
you're
just
the
math.
You're
It's
the
just
date
math.
guy. There's some other guy in the fourth dimension who's a numbers guy and math guy.
Guys,
Heavy Metal Maniac says this team's got a whole lot of young talent. There's years to come. So who knows how many titles they could win.
Okay, calm down. Let's get one.
You start to look at this and think afterwards, you might be thinking, yeah, like I said, like I predicted.
Oh, God.
Smells like another Warriors kind of team, doesn't it?
No.
With some really great talent. Listen, no, I remember having conversations a year ago where somebody was saying, well, I think you should be open to the idea of even trading Devin Booker. And I'm like, Booker, what are you talking? Maybe Ayton. And I was wrong. We're looking at all these guys going, well, now look at it. Can you imagine trading any of these guys? No, this is a team that, and I said this, will develop into something special, and they have. So you wouldn't dream of trading away Booker now, but we were having conversations a year ago, weren't we, Randy?
But
We sure
to
were.
put them on the same level as that Warriors team is a complete disservice. Those are legacy players.
Listen, I'm not doing it yet. I'm just
Okay.
saying they win this championship and this team stays, healthy and together. There are other championships that can be had.
Because the Warriors, before they even
By the way,
clinched a
the
title-
Warriors got a Kevin Durant at some point after
Yeah.
already winning a championship.
Mhm.
The Suns will put out a welcome mat, and we'll see what free agent they get next.
Could be
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
I think it should be LeBron James.
That would feel so weird to me.
No, he's just too old and beat
Oh,
up. No,
good
he's
Lord.
not. I think he's done.
You guys never did this.
Shut the hell up, Bill.
We need to pay off that teeth.
Yeah, now we need Fish Tank to give us a Burn in Hell Clippers.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I played it because he's been throwing out all this Lakers talk.
Yeah, I know.
And all this Golden State. You know what? Here you go. Here's that all that talk for you.
Yeah. Should we do an edition of Burn in Hell Clippers?
Sure, why not?
Burn in Hell Clippers. Burn in Hell Clippers. Shut the hell up, Phil.
You know, I felt so inspired. I might have joined you in those first two verses.
Don't join us in the first two
No,
if you don't
no.
join us in the third.
Yeah, you gotta be there for the whole thing.
Yeah. Was it don't love me when I'm Walmart. You can't love me when I'm Kirkland if you didn't love me when I was Walmart. I don't remember how that goes. It's just Heavy Metal Maniac says, shut up, Phil. Get your damn tattoo.
Wow.
Good Cat says, so glad the flat earther douche nozzle Kyrie is not in the playoffs.
Yeah. Well,
Mr. Pringle says, hey, Randy, what did Sergio Garcia have to say about the U.S. Open? Yeah, John Rahm. Way to go, man.
well, listen, my fellow countrymen, we were having some sangria together and some of that meat on the stick. We do that in Spain. We have like meat on a stick. And
We do that in Minnesota, too.
we were gathering together and we were talking about it, and he went out and won the U.S. Open. I mean, imagine that. Another Spaniard. It's only a matter of time before the Spaniards take over the golf world. We're going to have our own Spanish Golf Federation, and we're going to take over the golfing world.
Yeah, so with your $157,646, Sergio Garcia, for
Yes.
being tied for 19th place.
Exactly.
And now he has $2.25 million.
Yes,
How
see,
much money will it take to create this organization of
we-
Spaniards?
Look, man, we are already well off with the finances. We already have plenty of money.
We
Yeah,
do.
Yeah,
We.
yeah, the Spaniards.
Yeah.
The Spanish Golf Federation will take over the golfing world.
Yeah. And how much money have you made in your golfing career?
No, I've made multiple tens of millions of dollars.
Really?
Yes. Oh, yeah. See. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Now you got about 70 million in the bank.
Yeah.
And
I just told you. Did I not told you? Tens of millions of dollars.
Well, I know you bought that jet, so I figured
yeah.
some of that is gone. And then you've had to pay for a lot of greens repairs.
Well, I don't pay for those.
Yeah.
No, my agent does. I don't pay for those.
It's still your money, but all right.
Okay.
Anyway, well, thanks for that. So John Rahm wins the U.S. Open, and but more, did he win it, or did everyone else just lose it there at the end?
Well, listen, there were a lot of guys that melted down at the end, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the United States Open. This is for all the marbles on your national championship. Look, he didn't just get the trophy. He didn't just get the $2.2 million. He also got a nifty gold medal hung around his neck.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the American champion golfer right there.
Sergio, I see online that it
ASU.
says that you have had a career earnings of more than $43 million.
That's right.
No, he's got a net worth of 70 million.
Well, that's because I do commercials in Spain.
Yeah.
Right.
So he
Like
in
there's
golf,
the Sangria company.
Yes.
There's my vineyards. There's my cheese company.
Yeah. Oh, like cheese.
Oh yeah, it's very big in Spain. Yeah, Spanish cheese is going to take over the world.
Hey, you probably bought a lot of marbles with that.
Marbles?
Yeah, because you
I
said
don't
it's
play
for all the
marbles. No, what are you talking about, man?
Sorry.
Why don't you shut up over there, Phil, before I come in and punch you on your tattoo?
Wow. Now even Sergio Garcia wants a piece of Phil. Well done. Way to go, Phil.
It's a gift.
So lots of money was passed around, and I got the list of how much money people were making, and I looked all the way. I was like, "Where's Phil Mickelson?" There, because everybody's like, "Hey, he was all he was cocky." He's like, "Look at me! I just won the what did he win last? The
PGA championship.
Yeah, PGA.
Yeah.
He tied for 62nd place. And
Yeah.
He got a whopping $25,907.
Well, he probably also got plenty of money for just being there too. So
Boy,
what they don't put on there is
Yeah.
their appearance fees that they get.
So the U.S. Open paid them just to show up, and then they paid them part of this $5.5 million.
Maybe not the U.S. Open, but some of these tournaments they make a lot of
This
money
ain't Dubai, Randy.
for just showing up and play.
And that's what Phil Mickelson gets for not coming to the Phoenix Open.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but wow.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
See, are you so? This is bad karma, huh?
Yeah, it's bad karma. Yeah, I get it. He won the PGA, but still, this $25,000 time for 60
He just
second.
won the PGA championship. That was something like $3 or $4 million.
Phil
or
Mickelson,
something.
you loser.
And then he beat Tiger Woods, and that was like $9 million. I think
I'm
Phil.
still salty he didn't come to the Phoenix
I
Open.
think Phil's going to be just fine. I think he's got plenty of money.
You're gonna cry on his pile of money. But I wonder if he had to stand next to Grayson Sig in the photograph. It's like Grayson's like, I got 25,000. And Phil's like, I'm in the wrong picture.
I'm not even going to show up for the picture.
Why am I here? What have I done?
You know what I thought was very poignant and very cool at the end there, when Louis Oosthuizen was still on the course and he still had an opportunity to win. Where was Phil Mickelson? He went to the driving range and he was talking with John Rahm's wife. She was sitting out there kind of waiting.
Bastard.
Yeah, hitting on her.
No, he wasn't hitting on her. He was just talking with her.
You don't know.
Trying to keep her calm. John had to be working out his nerves out there on the driving range.
Phil was
And then
working out some.
And then it was very cool to see him out there supporting John when he finally was deemed the official winner, giving him a big hug. I thought that was very cool.
I thought the kiss was a bit excessive.
Or
I think you've got Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson
since
mixed up.
Phil is tied for 62nd place,
Yeah.
he knew there'd be no cameras on him sitting over there by that other dude.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, I better go sit by the winner or else they'll never see me on the camera here. Yeah, and he's like, hello, Mrs. Brown. I'm here to console you. Oh, he won. Oh, okay, that's great.
You can call me a romantic if you want to, but I thought it was very cool that John Rahm won when just 2 years ago, he asked his wife to marry him right there. There's some foothills just north of the course there. You can hike on those trails. And he took her out there and asked her to marry him out there. And then he ends up winning the U.S. Open out there. I thought that was very cool.
And someday when he's giving her half his money, I'm sure that'll be a great memory too.
Come on, man.
Has anyone ever given birth on a golf course?
I'm sure there has been, Phil. And
Gators?
Why would you ask?
Oh, that's the next step.
Why would
Yeah,
ask
you
this?
asked her to marry you. You had your first date there. You had
Wow.
the first ravioli and breadstick.
What do you call it when you shoot one stroke under what the score is supposed to be on a hole? What is that called?
I don't know, Randy. What is it?
It's called a birdie. Now shut up, Phil. Stay in your lane.
I was going to say bogey.
You should be a golf marshal because I could see Randy. Remember that guy came running out on the 13th fairway? He smuggled in a golf club and a couple of balls and he threw it down. He started hitting balls. Security came out there, just decked him. I mean, Randy, if that had been Randy, ratings would go up.
I wouldn't have decked him. I just rolled my cart over him.
DeChambeau's like, what the hell was that? Yeah.
Tase him.
Yeah, they just tackled him, took him down. It was great. Don't. This is the thing, man.
Guy brings a glove and a ball out. What an idiot.
Telescoping. I don't know how he did it, but he got it in there.
Oh, good Lord.
All right, let's take a break. We talked more golf than I ever thought we would on this show. Coming up is God is my wit. No, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to catch up with your text. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. Preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. Or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan. And what if I told you you've been duped? Duped into believing that low mortgage rates equal low interest cost. They don't. Even at a rate under 3% for 30 years, you will still pay 50% more for your home. Are you kidding me? Our clients become mortgage free in well under 10 years, and their monthly payments go down, not up. It's not magic. It's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031, NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corp is an equal housing lender.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer. And your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
All across the nation, we are here for our communities.
We're doing our part to get supplies where it's needed in order to fight COVID-19 together.
It feels good to be out there to assist our community.
I would like our friends and family to know that your National Guardsmen are always ready and always there.
Visit nationalguard.com to find out more. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey, congratulations. You have the opportunity to hear us all the time. There is this thing called the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app. You can download it at 1580thefanatic.com or wherever you get your smartphone apps. This little beauty works like a charm too, so you never miss out on a moment of the Fanatic. And best of all, it's FREE free. Don't miss out on this offer. Get your own 1580 The Fanatic Sports app today. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, your new summer home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. I wasn't looking. What the hell did he just do?
He has these different and various ways of bringing us back from a break, you know, and today was his eyes were amazing. He had these kind of serial killer looking eyes as he was pointing you back in from the break.
See, now that was my let's get down to making love.
See, that's why
Dude,
I never look at him.
If that's your approach to a woman to making love, dude.
What?
No, that's not the approach.
Oh,
that's
wow.
the in the throes.
Wow.
So what happens here, Randy, just so you know, and you maybe should write this down for when you're hosting the show if I'm not around. My technique is I see, I hear, what's his name there talking about the station there.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, well, we're probably going to be talking soon. And then I hear the music and I don't look at him. But I have amazing peripheral vision.
I see.
So he's all sitting there dancing. When I start seeing this, I count to 5. And I figure by then I'm on the mic. So I never have to look at Phil when he counts us in.
Very reminiscent of Vince McMahon back in the WWE days when he would come out and do something in the ring. Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
Eyes like that would scare away.
I think. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never watched that.
Yeah,
Because wrestling is fake.
Is the action. And his eyes are like, you know what I mean?
A lot of roids because he was never tested.
No.
Yeah.
No.
888-368-1580. Let's get caught up best I can. I'm really sorry, everybody. I'm behind. Ukla the Mock says, afternoon, Randy. Part-timer working the whole week here, is he? All right.
Oh, you guys give him too much of a hard time. This guy works a lot, and you don't even know how hard he works.
I'm taking a whole week off in July. Suck on that, Ukla. That's an odd thing for people to give you a hard time about. Oh, look at you with your vacation time and beautiful wife and family and house and travel and have just stuff and your stuff. I tell you.
Look at you.
Bastard. I'm like, well, you sure showed me right there. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Pringle says, hey, Rand. Well, we already did that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just Tip says, I think that there was a side to Sir Charles that was somewhat less than all in when he was with the Suns. I don't think that's true.
Maybe in the latter parts of it, but certainly in the
not
postseason.
93.
Yeah, not 93.
No. I can't agree with that. But here's what he says. I know he tried hard. I know he gave a lot. I think the difference with this current team is that CP3 is all in. He has fun, but he has a dagger that I think was lacking in Charles. Well, these are two different
personas.
Yeah, point guard versus power forward.
It's easier to show off your lethal ability when you're handling the ball because the decision's made with you. You can have bulbous eyes and just buzz down somebody while cutting a mid-range. But if nobody passes you the ball and you're Charles Barkley, what can you do?
He says, understand, if I was building a team, Charles is in my starting five. I just think he wasn't all in as much as CP3. If this Suns team wins the championship, yes, they will be the best Suns team ever, period. No, I watched every single damn game, Just the Tip, live and on TV and on the radio. And you can't even look at his stats and say he wasn't all in. It's just, they got that far and there was Michael Jordan waiting. And so, it's just, I'm not ever going to say Charles Barkley wasn't all in that year. He was at towards the end of his career too. So, in the following years, it probably got harder and harder, but I never thought that he wasn't all in. Did you ever get that idea?
I never got that feeling. I mean, I know he became critical in the years following of the way the direction the team was going, but in that year, the finals year, no.
Do you think the Suns winning the championship will have a bigger effect on potential free agents than if the Suns don't win it?
I think that if they win it, yeah, absolutely. But
I'd say either way.
I'd say even right now,
what they've shown us,
probably
they have a great foundation.
Probably seeing that this team has turned around and the culture has been changed here, and you've got the general manager of the year, you've got the coach of the year. And I don't give a damn who won the coach of the year. Monty Williams is the coach of the year.
Absolutely.
And you've got this young, exciting team. Yeah, absolutely. I could see free agents eye in this market.
Box of Screws says, if they win it all, yes, they are the greatest. You can't apologize for circumstances, but they handed the baby a first-round playoff loss. Took out the MVP and potentially the guy who won the prior two if they beat the Bucks. It's always hard to judge in the moment without time to help frame that argument.
Yeah.
Cowboy Sparky says, your song needs more cowbell and then more cowbell.
Yeah. You can't have too much cowbell.
Do you have a cowbell?
I used to.
Phil, do you have a cowbell?
No.
Can you just not make everything dirty? Jesus. Tiger Paw says Booker went into rarefied air as he's the only fourth player to have had triple-double in a final series with Bill Russell, Larry Bird, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Wow, think about that for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
He says, Tiger Paw says, by the way, Phil's voice sounds like it's getting higher with the more games the Suns win every time he whines.
Oh my Lord.
He says, I'm still upset about that San Antonio series with both Horry and the ref.
Yeah.
It was on the take. The dude went to prison for it.
Yeah.
If we would have won that series, we would have been in the finals against Cleveland that year. Would have swept Cleveland in the regular season because we did in the regular season that year.
Yeah, and that was an extraordinary team. And it's too bad that we have to look back on Suns history and remember that heartbreaker, having it ripped from our hands. It's one thing
They're
for
all
San
heartbreakers.
It's one thing to be beaten by a team. It's another thing to have a series taken from you by a in the manner that one was.
Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, Jeffrey, cursing that guy's marriage. I was just making a joke about John Rahm and Phil Mickelson, and that wasn't very nice. Hopefully you have the prophetic capacity of a former Blender co-host as resorted to sporting events, and Rahm will be happily married for many, many years. Yeah, it's stats though. Maybe. Let's see. Fubar 1000 says, "All you Blender dudes, sup
with you, Fubar 2000, 10,000."
It says, "Go ASU."
Yeah.
Kingpin says, if you want to talk less golf, what's worse, Ben Simmons choking or DeMarcus Cousins getting 5 fouls in like 12 minutes? What's worse, Ben Simmons not taking that dunk? Worse than somebody getting fouls
because Ben Simmons is expected to do more.
Yeah.
The Jet says, hey, gentlemen, happy Monday. Has anyone told Phil to suck it yet? No, I don't think so.
No, I told him to stay in his lane.
Stay in my lane. Shut up. But no, not.
Wait. This just in. Jet says texted, "Suck it, Phil."
Wow. There it is.
He says, Jeffrey, by the way, how do you watch every game on the radio? Because Al McCoy giving you play-by-play is the same as watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ask Mr. Wilbur, he can practically see them going up and down the
court. It's all Wilbur has. Yeah. Ukla says, same thing. You watch the Suns on the radio, huh?
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't misspeak. I was at the time doing shows with Randy, and I was also at night driving around delivering pizzas and making extra money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he had 3 jobs back in the day.
Yeah.
He worked at a water store, the pizza joint, and he was the damn top-rated morning show guy in the damn valley.
I was 23 years old.
Yours truly, right here. Yeah.
I think I might be part Jamaican. Anyway, so, and I would drive around there, and I'd hear the games. Hold on, I got a cough. Is this the button for coughing?
Yes.
Okay,
It says cough on it.
How many sausage pizzas do you think he delivered in his day?
Oh, I'm sure he delivered plenty of sausage pizzas. Are you kidding me? He's Jeffrey O'Brien.
23?
Nobody delivers the sausage like Jeffrey O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen.
Ding dong. With the Phil's mom's jokes. I'm not doing it.
Nobody in their right mind could even try to compare delivered sausage like Jeffrey O'Brien.
The pizza guy is here. He has cometh.
Okay, we're just going to stop right there. Napa Bob says, still going out on a limb. Bucks and Suns in the final. It'll be Bucks in 6 or 7. Do I have to get a tattoo if I lose?
Thanks, Napa Bob. We appreciate your positivity.
Large Marge says, remember the KJ, we saved the city game 5 in Chicago?
Actually, that does. No, I don't. And
don't remember that.
We
saved the city.
If the
I can remember Jefferson Airplane, we built the city.
Oh, that's a horrible song. The worst song ever.
I believe it was Jefferson Starship.
It doesn't matter. They sucked a lot.
Maybe it was just Starship by that time.
Yeah,
because they got really old and they got tired of saying the whole thing.
We got real bleepy.
Yeah.
I can't sing. Bruno Baller says, is former Phoenix Suns player Bledsoe still on the Bucks?
He is. No, wait.
We used to have Rondo too, didn't we?
No, Bledsoe's on the Pelicans. He got traded for Drew Holiday.
Why? Daylight Drew says, I'm hopeful for the Suns, but it's early. A lot can change. Turn on a dime. Next thing you know, somebody's ordering a pina colada. Damn you!
Oh, boy.
Daylight Drew.
Wow. Just one show. Just one show.
Heavy Metal Maniacs thinks you need to get laid, Phil. You use your hands way too much.
What?
Just the Tip says, on a more personal note, and with knowledge and strength I've gained from other fourth dimensioners coming out, I hereby choose to identify as Moisten the Tip.
Oh, good.
No, I've been told we can't call you that, so stop it. Fubar 1000 says, all NBA games are rigged.
Who said that?
Fubar 1000.
Oh yeah, because they wanted the Bucks to win over the Nets in that immaculate Game 7.
Well, listen, the media darling is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Are you kidding me?
He is the media darling.
Yeah, once we all learn to say his name, we can't stop saying it.
I mean, everybody loves to say it. Doesn't mean that.
I mean, think about it. You got a market in Milwaukee that is not as big as Phoenix. Phoenix is number 6 largest market in the country.
Something like that.
Okay, Milwaukee's what, number 147?
I think
you got a bunch of beer makers there. You got some cheeseheads. What else you got in Milwaukee?
Antetokounmpo.
So I hear more about Giannis Antetokounmpo than I do the Phoenix Suns.
He has won back-to-back MVP.
I don't care what he's done. Hey, he's a media darling.
I disagree with that entirely. I think
his friend is too.
If he were to have lost against the Nets, he would have been the utter ire of everybody in the media, the NBA basketball world.
We didn't fight. No, I don't even know what we're talking about.
No.
Senior Wake and Bake says Phil speaks jackass
fluently.
Go Suns!
I need one of the. Yeehaw!
Can we talk? Do we actually have time? I think we have a few minutes.
Yeah.
NFL quarterbacks.
All right.
We're going to talk about NFL quarterbacks.
What did Gardner Minshew do today?
Okay. No, nothing to do with that. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers. You remember when old Tommy Brady sold his house? Everybody's like, oh, that tells you something right there.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers just renewed his membership to the Green Bay Country Club.
Oh. That says a lot.
It says he's rich and he doesn't care. And he's probably screwing with everybody.
Could be.
How does information like that get out? How does I get the home listing?
You got old Harry Palms over there at the country club. Works in the pro shop. Been there 28 years, and all of a sudden, here comes the payment for Aaron Rodgers' country club dues there at the Green Bay Country Club. Old Harry Palms just starts talking.
You think he just pulled a regular Hulu for the rest of us?
Guess what, Marge over at the Green Bay Times Picayune over there at the paper. Guess who just renewed their country club membership?
But do you think he just pulled that Hulu where you just see the charge a month later and you're like, I'm still paying for that? I need to cancel that immediately.
Could be, but does he care? Does he care?
No, of course not.
He just gave up $93,000 by missing minicamp. Do you think the man cares about a petty Green Bay Country Club membership?
That's a good point. Now, somebody should look up the memberships at Green Bay Country Club. I'm thinking $48.
$48 annually? Or
that's for premium fees.
What is the?
It's Green Bay. Can't be that expensive. I love watching the two of you race on Google. I just see, but the minute I say that, they both went to their computers like hackers trying to beat the other person to the money in the bank.
Let's see. He pays initiation fee is $4,500.
Randy White with the win.
The annual dues $6,972 for the full due for the full membership.
Yeah, I bet that's on auto renew.
Yeah. That's like Netflix for Aaron Rodgers.
If you're Aaron Rodgers, sure. So hey, Phil, you lose.
Do you think Eric?
Do you see how fast he Googled? No, Eric could have gotten faster than that.
Oh,
yeah.
Eric was very fast on the Google.
You know the difference is?
Everybody knows.
You know what
Eric
the difference is?
Fast.
Eric already knew.
Actually,
that's true because he was a Packer fan.
That's right.
When it comes to Green Bay,
$69.72 is the annual membership for full dues. Good God, where did he get that from?
Straight Striper says, you and Randy have a great friendship. Love the way you guys get each other's backs. Solid stuff.
Yeah, me
it's
and
really
Randy do
more
have a very good friendship.
It's very fearful, actually, because he knows a lot about me. I know a lot about him. We probably wouldn't talk to each other if we didn't have all that dirt on each other. We don't even make eye contact once we leave the studio. Just
well, you don't make eye contact with a lot of people.
Most of the conversations, you keep your damn mouth shut. We have a deal.
Keep my name out of your filthy mouth.
If anybody finds out the truth, it's over for all of us. If it's over for me, I'm taking you down with me. That's pretty much the extent of our off-air conversations.
Yeah, that's close.
Keep your mouth shut, Randy. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Ask Sherwin-Williams and get your color your way. We've made it easier than ever to try and buy color. Preview paint colors in your home with our Color Snap app. Then visit swsamples.com to have color chips delivered to your door for free. or order some peel and stick samples to try on your wall. When you're ready to paint, shop online or stop by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store and get everything you need.
Shane O'Grady here with Life Changer Loan. And what if I told you you've been duped? Duped into believing that low mortgage rates equal low interest cost. They don't. Even at a rate under 3% for 30 years, you will still pay 50% more for your home. Are you kidding me? Our clients become mortgage free in well under 10 years, and their monthly payments go down, not up. It's not magic. It's just math. So check us out at lifechangerloan.com. That's lifechangerloan.com.
Arizona Mortgage Broker number MB1002031 NMLS number 1863775. Life Changer Loan Corpus and Equal Housing Lender.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard. Aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk at 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve. 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Felicia.
We're the hosts of the show, Drive Friendly.
With Steve's 40 years of experience, you're going to get the real insider information about the automotive industry. And I'll be interviewing local celebrities and experts so you can be informed and live your very best life.
Laugh and learn with Steve, Felicia, and the gang. You'll be smarter for listening. Drive Friendly, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And I don't know what we're doing then.
We were talking NFL quarterback.
No, we got one in, and that's it. Now I got to.
Let's go back to Charles Barkley.
What
Best Phoenix Sun ever. Go.
Wow. You mean besides Paul Westphal or
is
Dick
that,
Van Arsdale or Connie Hawkins or
is that what our desperate competition results do? Right there, Phil. Is that what that was?
Jay Crowder, best 6-man of all time for Phoenix Suns.
Go!
Oh, wow.
I know the top 5. Oh, shut up. 888-368-59. You know what we should do before I forget? And yes, you're right, Bruno Baller. You are right. It is time for On This Day in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1952, National Association of Professional Baseball Leagues President George Troutman banned the signing of women, preventing 24-year-old softball shortstop standout Eleanor Engel from playing with the Harrisburg Senators. Commissioner Ford Frick would go one step further by formally prohibiting females from professional baseball, using the ruling to prevent teams from using women players as publicity stunts. Back to me, Jeffrey.
Wow.
Yeah, frick you, man. So, 1952 was a different time.
Yeah.
And these guys were a-holes. So, I mean, that pretty much sums it up, right?
Yeah, that's a man who thinks outside of the box, but finds himself in a puddle of water.
So George Troutman banned the signing of women because he didn't. I've seen the videos. Remember that gal was running in the marathon, and then that guy, one of the organizers, is like, "You can't run with us."
Oh, yeah.
And he's like trying to tear the number off, like, "Give me that."
Yeah.
How do you justify that towards any gender or any race?
Just person.
How does that anger in that? I mean, so George Troutman, I don't want women playing baseball. And Ford Frick, no, you have to ban you. No publicity stunts here.
I think of all the major sports, I need to be very careful the way I word this, but of all the major sports, I believe women would excel in baseball.
You know, I agree 100%. Yeah.
Because I mean, think about it. Women have been playing softball from kids on up, and why wouldn't it be okay for women to be a part of Major League Baseball?
That is probably the truest take on women transitioning to men's sports that I've heard. Okay, maybe transition wasn't the right word. That after earlier we talked about that weightlifter.
How about integrate into
breaking the glass ceiling, if you will? That makes the most sense because, you know, you swing a bat. Boy, you've seen some of these girls swing a bat. They can hit the ball.
Well, sure. And you know, and the thing about it is
they could throw. I mean, everything, you're right. Everything about baseball, I think a woman could do with the men.
Yeah. I think that would be. And I think also probably right up there with baseball would be the NBA. I could see some of these WNBA players are extremely talented, and I think they could play at the level of the men.
Well, back to the women, I do have a question.
Okay.
This is probably going to get me in trouble.
All right.
Oh, good.
Do they slide but on their sides?
Oh, my God.
No, Jeffrey. What I'm saying?
No, Jeffrey.
Because
no, don't go there. Nope.
You don't want to slide.
End this conversation now.
I've just never seen a woman slide.
You're on your own.
Do they? Because you don't want to just... It's a question. I'm not saying anything.
3 guys on a radio show, and he's asking us if women slide on their side.
You've seen women play softball. I'd never seen a woman slide.
Wow.
So I'm sure they have, but do they?
You should put that on Bruce's
Do
computer.
this like that, or do they do like that, like the Superman, or do they do the Superman turning?
Wow.
You know, move.
Here's the thing,
because that could hurt.
Do you remember Big Papi?
Yeah,
that was a guy that was big enough.
He's
that
probably a guy you probably should slide on his side.
Yeah. So I think if people like that can slide on the front, then some women could too.
It's a fair question. Why do you get so uncomfortable, everybody? It's a fair question. If I had a lot going on here, I don't think I'd be sliding on it. I'd be like, just like that.
You'd Superman it?
Yeah. Superman turning is the thing. You know, you're a Superman. You're a Superman turning on his side. So kind of like a jet, you know, just, okay, fine. 888-368-1580. And Mr. Wilbur says, don't worry, guys. I called 911. Somebody is sucking the oxygen out of your studio just now. Stay calm. Me? The Jet says, we slide in our fronts and we got stuff going on down there. Yeah, but we wear cups. You're right. Things could get hurt there too. That's a good point.
They always do.
Do they wear cups?
No, and that's called a bra.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude.
Is this a Friday show, Phil?
I'm
Does
just
this feel like a
asking
Friday show to you?
questions.
I
don't know.
As much ground as we've covered today, is this a Friday show?
It's been both serious and nonsensical, so it can't be a Friday show.
Dude,
Friday
we've been
shows are
all
just
over
nonsensical.
the planet.
I think it's
on
fair.
today's
I
show.
think it was a fair question. You know, I stand by it.
No,
Large
you slide
Marge
by it.
says there's a reason cavemen drug their women around by their hair. Wait, what? What does that even? I don't even understand that. Large Marge, Hefty Metal says, I think South Park proved that being angry was due to small things happening. Oh, he's talking about the angry men from the 50s who didn't want to let women play. And I've always said, if they can play with the guys, they're good enough to play with the guys, let them play with the guys. Simple as that.
No, I knew I was going to probably take heat for that, but
nobody's giving you heat.
I don't care.
Don't worry. I have just redirected the heat at myself. Because as much as I say that, you're like, oh, women are going to get upset. A lot of men out there are driving right now going, yeah, how do they do that? Seriously.
So you have single-handedly changed many men's minds to go from a regular day, now thinking about the female anatomy.
Okay, think about this. If I were a woman,
single-handedly,
if I were a woman, how would I slide?
You have already changed guys' thinking. Men, scientific fact, think about sex more during the day than anything else.
Don't make it weird.
And
I wasn't talking about having sex.
You have
sliding.
put the spotlight on a women's anatomy, and these guys are driving down the road. You have spotlighted the woman's anatomy.
They didn't need me to do that. So I'm just safety, health and safety is what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
How is this show still on?
We've asked ourselves that many times over the years. The Jet says, tell Large Marge that cavemen carried them around like a six-pack. Oh, Jesus. Senior Wake and Bake says, go Suns. Have a good evening, duo. Phil, be sure to chew your food so you don't choke like every team you root for.
Oh,
jackass.
Damn.
I mean, I am rooting for the Phoenix Suns right now.
Wow.
You might want to calm down on that.
King Kitten says, I just picked up a pizza and I'm heading home.
Hey, congratulations.
I had pizza in a while. Napa Bob says, Randy, do you think Kyle Larson can win the cup?
Yeah, I think right now he is probably your favorite to win the championship. Absolutely.
Do you think whenever he gets the cup, he wears it before he slides into base?
No, Phil, we're not talking about a cup that goes into a jock strap that covers your junk when you're playing an athletic game. We're talking about the Sprint Cup. We're talking about the NASCAR Cup, the Championship Cup, a sterling silver cup that is about this tall and has an outline of every a track that the NASCAR has all over it. It is a prized possession, along with all the millions of dollars and the undying gratitude and accolades from the NASCAR community. You think that's the kind of cup he would put down in his pants?
It's a good idea.
It would be impossible to slide at that
Why
point.
have they never elevated it?
You'd be like a pole vaulter.
Why have they never elevated it from cup to grail? I think a grail would be much more alluring.
Can we move on?
It's too nerdy, Phil.
This is
just too nerdy.
Terrible.
Just a Tip says Steve Nash is the best player the Suns ever had. And shut up, Phil.
Wow.
Steve Nash was the sweatiest player the Suns ever had.
Well, I would say he's right up there.
Yeah,
He's on the
can't
Mount
think of anybody.
Rushmore of Suns players. Absolutely.
For sweatiness or for players?
Barkley was pretty sweaty.
What?
Yeah, it just didn't have any hair to stick to.
Yeah,
He's pretty sweaty.
No,
It's pretty moist.
Patrick Ewing, hands down, the sweatiest NBA player of all time.
NBA, but Phoenix player.
No, I'm just saying. There's no reason to even look at that.
We're
Barkley
talking.
did sweat a lot.
We're talking sweat per capita. It's got to be Steve Nash. Phoenix Suns players that's the sweatiest. It's got to be Steve Nash.
We're gonna need to do some research.
All right.
Yeah, watch a lot of old stuff.
All right.
But I'm pretty sure A1 sweaty guy, Patrick Ewing. And then you could have a conversation. Is this really just talk about Steve Nash versus Charles Barkley?
We're talking
Suns?
We're talking Suns players. We're not talking.
Okay.
Sweatiest Suns player in history. Go.
Steve Nash. I'm still gonna say Steve Nash. Yeah.
All right.
Bruno Baller says, "Hey Randy, is there still a Firecracker 400 over 4th of July weekend?"
No, it's no longer called the Firecracker 400. As a matter of fact, this July 4th, NASCAR is not going to Daytona. NASCAR is going to Indianapolis, and they will run on the road course, not even the quad oval of the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It will be the road course, and I am not in agreement with that at all.
Weenie's roasting.
What are they
on an
calling
open
it?
Fire.
In Indianapolis?
Yeah.
I don't know what. I could look it up, but
What if they call it the Firecracker 400?
No, they can't do that.
Why not?
Well, because NASCAR fans will become rabid and
How about they
attack.
call it the Jonathan Pierre-Paul
That
500?
could be it then.
And we'll all think it. Just saying.
Mhm.
You want to spin the wheel? Should we do that? We got a couple minutes here. Let's do it. Or we'll just break news. That's breaking news. We're going to spin the wheel of sports. Nice. It was a nice story in the baseball. Joey Votto, he got in an argument with a referee, an umpire there, and he said a few things, and they sent him to the showers. And then he sees on the social media there this little girl named Abigail, and she was like a big Joey Votto fan. I don't know why. I don't know why a little girl becomes a Joey Votto fan, how that works, how that little child decides, that's my player.
Yeah.
And so he found out, he's like, oh, he felt bad because there's a picture of her crying because he got thrown out of the game. So she was very upset. And so what he did is he signed the ball, says, hey, sorry, I didn't play the entire game, and sent that over to her. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, but didn't she come back the next night and he had special seats for her and her family to sit right there next to the dugout, and He talked to her pregame and all that.
I didn't know. All I heard was he wrote the apology, gave the ball to her. But so then I guess that she came back the next day and she's like, "F you, Vato! Piece of crap!"
I don't think so.
It's a very Cincinnati kind of thing.
I don't think that was the case at all.
Yeah. Spin the wheel, Randy. So when the sentence is just baffling to me. Bidding war for Robert Griffin III. Oh, it's Fox and ESPN fighting over having him as the analyst.
Oh,
really?
Evidently,
Okay.
they were blown away by his recent auditions, and so now they're fighting over him.
Wow.
So
Really?
but yeah, when your eyes first see the sentence "bidding war for Robert Griffin III," you're like, huh? What? Just I finally made it through the portal. I'm in an alternate dimension. Bidding war for RG3. Just very weird headline. Spin the wheel, Randy. So this is kind of cool. JJ Watt, he is really
Muscular?
Thank you, Phil. Yeah, he's that, but he's
beefy.
Could you please stop ogling JJ Watt so I can just say this? He has ingrained himself into the Phoenix lifestyle. He's
Okay.
he loves this place. He loves this team. He loves this history, and he's a huge fan of Pat Tillman. So he is now honoring Pat Tillman with his latest signature shoe from Reebok.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. They look a little pink to me. You see that? But this is
it does have a
could be the lighting.
Sort of a pinkish feel to it. Yeah.
Could be the lighting. Maybe it was just that photograph or whatever.
Maybe
but
it's not pink, Jeffrey. Maybe it's light
salmon
red.
I don't know what that is. But still, it was a nice thing to do. They call it rich red, Trek and Boulder and rich red with a couple of shades of gray. Oh crap! Not again. Is that shoe gray or is it red? Another Laurel and Yanni situation.
I thought we talked about that earlier.
But it has a camouflage design on it with a PT40 inscriptions, Pat Tillman Foundation sock liner, commemorative hang tag, all that. So
Wow.
this shoe right here, Reebok's going to donate $10 to the Pat Tillman Foundation for every pair of shoes that's sold up to $10,000. And
Wow.
JJ Watt will donate all of his personal proceeds from the shoe to the Pat Tillman Foundation. So
Wow.
it's just a really wonderful thing for JJ Watt to do.
That's very good. That's very cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's just embracing Phoenix in the best of ways. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us. And we probably should get a link for our lawyer on our show page. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up,